Gallagher. You have Zach Greenewald, who is a two-time All-PSAC East defensive end. Sam Dugan, Tyrone Brown is back. Eric Condren, pretty much up and down. Some questions in the secondary, Josh, but defensively the Golden Bears should be a little bit stronger this year.
Yeah, you got to look for an improved defense there under the second-year defensive coordinator Ross Pennypacker, and then the head coach with the defensive mindset in Coach Clemens. But lots of returners there on defense, so the Golden Bears have to look at that as a strength in coming into this season, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, a lot of questions here coming into the first game of the season, and when does a football team ever go into the first game of the season without a lot of questions? It's always like that. So nothing different than that for the Golden Bears here. Is just the different questions that you have with the different coaches, and you just wonder how everything is going to come together, because Coach Clemens hasn't been at Kutztown for that long. Coach Fulmer left the university to become the coordinator at Lehigh in January, and Coach Clemens was hired, I believe, in March, just before spring practice started. So it was like the week that practice started, he came on board. So that's really only about 6 months, including the summer when you don't have any kind of contact with the players. So it's been a quick preseason. Lots of game planning and all that getting here to this first game on the road at Slippery Rock.
Yeah, and this is not an easy one. The last couple of years, Kutztown has had fairly easy openers. Last year at Clarion, of course, they lost in overtime.
Right.
Prior to that, it was a St. Anselm team that was not very strong.
Right.
Tonight, you're facing the defending PSAC West champions. You're facing a coach, Josh, in George Mihalik, that is the fourth winningest active coach in NCAA Division II.
Right, he's got his name on the field. He's been here that long. It's that type of situation. He is the elder statesman in the PSAC West. He trails only Denny Dowds, I think, in time served in PSAC coaches. Denny Dowds of East Stroudsburg, of course. So, in terms of who has been on their sideline the longest, the Rock certainly has a very big advantage there. But this is a non-conference PSAC interdivision matchup. This is actually a game that doesn't count in the standings. You'll hear a lot about that this year, as the crossover games that normally did not count in divisional standings count this year. But this one is the one that the two schools set up on their own outside of the mandated schedule. So this one won't necessarily count in the division standings, but every other PSAC game that these teams play, save in the last week, championship week, will count in the division standings. So you've got that much more on the line when you're playing a team from the West.
The Golden Bears have taken the field. Here is the starting offense for Slippery Rock. New quarterback Zach Newsock, a sophomore, will be under center. All PSAC running back Shamar Green. Wide receivers will be Tyshawn Tucker and Jameer Dutrell. He's an all-PSAC performer at the slot. The other slot will be Drew Scales. And the other wide receiver, Leroy McLean, the tight end, Julian Harrell. Up front will be Kyle Henderson at left tackle, Corey Tucker at right tackle, Bill Whitaker at left guard, Kirk Nypaver at right guard, and Joe LaChavio at center. Defensively for Slippery Rock, the right end will be Cody Conway. The defensive tackle, Joe Phillips. The nose guard, Mike Cope. The defensive end, Marcus Martin. The outside linebacker will be Austin Mealy and Levi Sager. The middle linebacker, Bob Vernick. The left cornerback, Chris Williams. The right cornerback, Admir Carter. The strong safety, Isaiah Coleman. And the free safety, Derek Fulmore. Here is the starting lineup for the Golden Bears, Josh.
On offense, Golden Bears will start three receivers, Kellen Williams, Cody Reed, and Brett Fox. Two running backs, Darrell Scott and Jarvis Cummings. Is the fullback, tight end Anthony Castillo. Quarterback is number 6, Chad Barton, getting his first collegiate start, the redshirt junior. The offensive line from left to right, Jordan Morgan, Mike Nowak, Ben Krieger in the middle, Cameron Lipnicki on the right side, and Peter Finnegan on the right tackle. Defensively, the Golden Bears on the line, Michael Gallagher at the end, Zach Greenewald at the other end, the defensive tackles Eric Condren and Tyrone Brown, Middle linebacker is Sam Dugans. Strong side linebacker Zachary Delp. English PA anchors the secondary, the senior 4-year starter. Daryl Mintz is at the other corner. Safeties are Kurt Kenny, Jalen Nieves, and Drake Brumfield.
Okay, the Golden Bears won the coin toss and deferred. So Slippery Rock will receive. The Golden Bears will be on defense to start it out tonight. Slippery Rock wearing the home forest green jerseys with the white helmets, white pants, the forest green S on the side of the helmet, wearing the throwback sleeves, not some in view down there on the sideline in particular tonight, but wearing the throwback sleeves in honor of the university's 125th anniversary. Kutztown in the traditional road uniforms of recent years, the white jerseys, gold pants with the maroon trim, maroon numerals on the jerseys, the gold helmets, new logos on the helmets this year, Josh.
Yeah, the bear head is on the logo, the logo that the university's had for a number of years now. The bear head is making its debut on the side of the helmet. A few different types of logos. There's been a KU for several years. The bear head with the KU was on there for a couple of years, but this is the first time that the logo has only the bear head on it. And it's only on one side, too, taking a page out of the old Pittsburgh Steelers playbook, the logo on one side of the helmet. Interesting.
Well, and they're going to be awarding little paw prints for achievements this year, and they'll go on the other side of the helmet. Here is Andrew Deutsch with the kickoff. He's back for the Golden Bears. This will be Slippery Rock returning it from the 5-yard line up to about the 25-yard line is Brandon Akins, and that's where the Rock will go to work.
So the Golden Bears will get their defense on the field first. The experienced side of the field, you look at especially the front seven, Golden Bears have to be happy to have that defense out on there to let the offense get a little bit of a breather here before they get on the field.
Newsock will work out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the Slippery Rock 24. The Rock moving from our right to our left toward the west end zone. Here is a handoff to Shamar Green, and the Golden Bears are there to meet him immediately.
It's like a read option handoff. The tackle made by Gallagher, the defensive end, read that completely, knew exactly what was coming, and he brought the runner back down for no gain. 2nd and 10. Here is a floating pass on the near side that's incomplete. The receiver nowhere near that ball as Newsock just floated it up there. I don't know if there was a misread or something on the receiver's part. There was some sort of miscommunication there. The receiver and Mintz, Kutztown's defensive back, were tied up. The receiver looked like he was run blocking.
3rd and 10 from the 24. Slippery Rock. The whole offense looking over to the sideline for the play. Newsock dropping back, firing over the middle. Incomplete. And a good break up there at the 45-yard line as it's in and out of the hands of all PSAC wideout Jameer Dutrell.
And Drake Brumfield made him pay for missing that ball. He took a big hit. Knocked that ball. Well, the ball was already loose, but he knocked the Dutrell down to the ground with a big hit.
So the Golden Bears force a 3-and-out, a good way to start the 2014 season. Here is the punter, Andrew Huska, the 5'10 sophomore, deep for Kutztown. Cody Reed standing back at his own 40. A low snap, a nice high punt that's going to send Reed back to the 33. He fields it, and he's wrapped up immediately after a gain of maybe 2 yards.
Well, Reed was able to get past one of the downfield runners there, but couldn't get past the other one. Had he been able to, he might have been able to pick up some nice yardage there on the return, but the Golden Bears will take over 1st and 10 just on the other side of its own 35.
Chad Barton is the quarterback. In 2 years, he's 3 for 4 for 36 yards. So he is not very experienced. 1st and 10 from the Kutztown 36-yard line, 14-13 to go in the first quarter, no score. Double wides. Here is a handoff up the middle, and that's James Waugh on the carry, and he gets about 1.5 yards.
So Waugh gets the first carry of the season. You see that, the Golden Bears running the ball.
Gain of 2, slot to the near side, back split behind Chad Barton. formation that we don't often see. Here's a handoff underneath, and this looks to be Scott, who will take it to the 41-yard line.
That is Scott with the ball. 5'9", redshirt sophomore. With his first carry of the season, he is the leading returning rusher for the Golden Bears.
87 carries for 397 yards and 5 touchdowns last year. 3rd and 5 from the 41. Back offset to the near side. Barton throws to the far side, incomplete. He was looking for his man on the far sideline and just threw it past his outstretched arms. That looked to be number 82, Kellen Williams, and the Golden Bears will have to punt.
Yeah, he just let him a little bit too much. He had Williams, had some daylight between Williams and the defender, but just didn't quite get it the right touch on the ball. Golden Bears will have to punt.
And here is Andrew Deutsch, who will handle the kicking and punting duties from the Golden Bears. Nice snap and a high, wobbly punt that sends the returner all the way back to the 11-yard line. Drew Scales will have to call for a fair catch, and the Golden Bears, behind Andrew Deutsch, do a nice job of pinning Slippery Rock back here for their second drive. 12:57 to go first quarter, no score.
That was a really nice punt there for Deutsch, his first one of the season. A 48-yard punt. Great way to start the season there for Deutsch. Junior, 5'10".
Newsock working out of the shotgun, and he hands it off to Green. Green cuts to the near side and takes it to the 14-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. We have a nice crowd filling in here tonight. It is whiteout night here at Mahalik-Thompson Stadium, and this time, Green is hit immediately, and thrown for a loss of 3 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Sam Dugan on the stop for the Golden Bears. Read that play very well.
So 3rd and 10 from the 11. 4-receiver set. And they try to flare it to the far side. Incomplete as it's off the hands of the intended receiver, Teddy Blakeman. Just a little flare pass out to the right side. He threw too hard, Josh.
Yeah. Just both of these offenses having a little bit of a hard time getting the passing game going. Kutztown was able to run a couple of successful plays there, but neither team really doing much on their first possessions, and now Slippery Rock coming up empty on its second possession.
Kutztown should get good field position here as Reed is standing at the Slippery Rock 46-yard line. Huska from the end zone, a good rush, and it tries to get away. It rolls, and the Golden Bears fall on it in the end zone for a touchdown. It was never blocked, but the ball clearly fell out of the punter's hands, and Kutztown fell on it back there in the gray end zone. 6-0 Kutztown.
Yeah, he just seemed to panic is what happened. There was pressure coming in, and I believe it was 29 for the Golden Bears, Sharif Sutton, who applied the pressure initially and caused the punter to try to bring the ball down and try to make something happen. And then another player come in and got in front of him, and the punter tried to salvage a punt and didn't get anything.
Yeah, we'll try to get the who they officially gave the touchdown to here during the break as we get set for the extra point.
Well, I think it was 29 Sutton who ended up diving on the ball in the end zone. He applied the pressure to begin with. Another player came in and got in front of the punter, and he panicked, and the ball got loose. And then Sutton came back and dove on the ball in the end zone about 8 yards deep.
That's where your punter has to know, Josh. Take the ball and fall in the end zone. I mean, he had no chance of getting that away. He basically dropped it, and the Golden Bears fell on it.
He was outside of the end zone. He was about a yard outside. So, yeah, I mean, I guess in his situation, maybe he'd have been best to just try to run with it. He might have been able to pick up a few yards, but then you're giving the ball to Kutztown inside your own 5. But I guess anytime you can avoid a touchdown.
The extra point attempt by Deutsch is no good, and that's not going to go over well with Coach Clements, as the Golden Bears were plagued by kicking problems last year. 11:58 to go in the first quarter. Your score is Kutztown 6, Slippery Rock nothing. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
KU football fans, did you know that all purchases made at the new KU campus store benefit KU students? The campus store is a division of the nonprofit affiliate of Kutztown University, KUSSI. Surplus from KUSSI's operations is given back to students in the form of scholarships, student activities, and campus athletics. From improved textbooks options to KU apparel and gifts, KU Campus Store is your source for everything KU.
We are back at Mihalik-Thompson Stadium in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. The Golden Bears starting out the 2014 football season on a high note, recovering a muffed punt in the end zone. Unfortunately, they missed the extra point. It's 6-0 Kutztown as Andrew Deutsch tees it up to kick off. Those extra points, Josh, again, last year Kutztown was plagued by extra points after losing their kicker, Jack Ruggieri. They finally settled on Andrew Deutsch as the year went on. Deutsch got better and better, but you got to make those extra points.
Yeah, I mean, those are the types of things that really are just fundamentals. And, obviously, the Golden Bears will look to try to get a more consistent performance there.
Here is the return by Slippery Rock's Drew Scales from the 1, 25-30. Still on his feet, 35-40, and he's gang tackled there at the 40-yard line. But Drew Scales will give Slippery Rock really nice field position on a 40-yard kick return.
Yeah, that's the type of return that you want after the mental mistakes, errors that you make on muffing the punt and giving up a touchdown after your offense had really struggled in their first two possessions. Get them outside of the shadow of their own goalpost and get them some room to breathe. 1st and
10, slot to the near side. Here is a handoff, and running around the left side is Teddy Blakeman. And Blakeman is met by a slew of tacklers after a gain of 2 yards.
Jalen Nieves is there to trip up Blakeman.
Second down and 8 from the 42. Trips to the near side, one receiver to the far side. Newsock, and we have flags. This is going to be against Slippery Rock.
Jarvis Cummings, 6-foot running back, is the one who was credited with that touchdown, recovering the fumble in the end zone. Sam Dugan credited with forcing the fumble.
Here we go, 2nd down and 13. Newsock throws it out complete on the far side, and breaking away and into Kutztown territory down to the 40 is Leroy McLean.
I think they're gonna mark him out of bounds at Slippery Rock's 45.
Oh, and that's a good break.
The defender on that play, on that side, I think it's PA, might have gotten him to step out right as he caught the ball.
So that'll make it 3rd and 5. 4 receiver set, trips to the near side. Newsock back. He throws down the far sideline, and it's incomplete, just off the outstretched fingertips of Leroy McLean down at the 25-yard line, and the coverage was there for Kutztown.
Yeah, PA stayed with him there. Had it been a little bit of a better throw, he might have been able to make a reception, but PA was there stepping with him step for step.
So here we go, 4th down and 5, and let's see if Slippery Rock can get the punt game right this time. Huska is back at the 31. Reed deep for the Golden Bears. Huska gets a high, wobbly kick away. Reed will call for the fair catch, and he just catches a shoestring catch at the 31-yard line, and that's where the Golden Bears will go back to work.
So if you're the Kutztown defense and coordinator Ross Pennypacker, you've got to be very happy with the way your defense is playing right now. You've forced three and outs on Slippery Rock's first 3 possessions, and your special teams has a touchdown already. So definitely a great start to the season for the Golden Bear defense.
1st and 10 from the 28-yard line for the Golden Bears. Slot to the far side. Barton working out of the shotgun. Here is Scott on the handoff. Scott tries the left side and barrels forward for a few yards. And, you know, one thing we should mention, Josh, the weather has been quite interesting out here in western Pennsylvania all day. The storms have moved through for the past 12 hours or so, and it's really overcast and wet down there, and it's also cool.
And chilly, yeah, so that's the big difference. I think anyone listening back in Kutztown probably experienced a pretty hot, humid day.
Absolutely.
From what the reports are, and it has been cool and chilly here today, all day.
Scott again on the handoff, and the Golden Bears are showing that they will stick with that run, and Scott takes it up to the 33-yard line.
Golden Bears getting nice movement here on the offensive line, getting some positive yards on these runs. That's a great sign that your offense is creating some running lanes.
3rd and 4 at the Kutztown 34. 9:46 to go, first quarter. It's 6-0 Kutztown. 4-receiver set, trips to the near side. Scott will go in motion. Barton back. He's being chased, rolls to the near side, has to get rid of it, and it is complete. Complete for a first down, a sliding catch by number 80, Nathan Hollander.
Nice presence there by Barton to scramble out of the pocket and keep his composure, keep his feet under him, and make a play outside of the pocket for a first down.
Hollander, a 5'10 freshman out of Abington Heights High School in scenic Clark Summit, Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania. 1st and 10 from the 40 of the Golden Bears. Barton hands it off. This is Scott. Scott weaves his way up the middle and takes it up over the 45 to about the 47-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7.
Nice run on first down. The Golden Bears offense is really moving the ball here. Getting some good lanes opened by the offensive line. Really a good way to start here with this running game.
2nd down and 3 from the Kutztown 47-yard line. Double wing for the Golden Bears. Barton working out of the shotgun. His setback is Darrell Scott out of Daniel Boone High School. This will be Scott. Scott sees a hole, and he's going to be brought down about 1.5 yards short of the first down.
Nice stop by Bob Vernick, defensive play there by Slippery Rock. Vernick, the middle linebacker, he read that run up the gut very well and stopped it right at the line of scrimmage.
Josh, we just talked about the weather. The temperature right now is 64 degrees. It feels like 61. That's more of a fall day than a late summer day. 3rd down and 2. Slot to the far side for the Golden Bears. Barton flares it out to the far side, complete, but it's wrapped up immediately, and that's going to be for a loss of 2 yards. I believe the Golden Bears receiver was Brett Fox on that play, and
tough break for the Golden Bears trying to make something happen out there on the flat. End up losing some yards, so instead of 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, if you'd have had no gain, it's now 4th and 3 or 4 here, and Kutztown will have to punt.
Deutsch back at his own 33, a nice high punt. It chases Scales all the way back inside the 5-yard line where he fields it, now tries to bring it out. He does so up to the 10, about the 15-yard line where he's brought down a good return. He made a lot out of nothing there, did Scales.
Yeah, if he had let that go, it might have gone into the end zone and they'd have been able to get a touchback on it, but he was able to make up a lot of that difference that he would have netted by getting the return out to the 15. So, the ball's still inside the 20, so that's a good break for the Golden Bears, but not at the 1 where it could have been if Kutztown's initial defenders had been able to wrap him up right at the beginning.
1st and 10 from the 15. Here is a handoff, and going around the right side is Shamar Green, the all-PSAC running back. And Green is not going to get very far on that. Let's see where they spot it. And maybe no gain. It's no gain.
Nieves came up from the free safety position, sniffed that play out right away. Looks like a little bit of a loss even. Maybe not quite a full yard, a half a yard or so.
Newsock fires it out far side, completes it. Or was he juggling it? Let's see what they call it, a complete pass at the 20-yard line.
Just barely got that toe in, it seemed, as he was going out of bounds. Making that catch, obviously, in college, you only need to have 1 foot in bounds, and that's what the receiver did.
That was Leroy McLean, and it's 3rd and 5 now from the 20. Trips to the near side in a 4-receiver set. Newsock fires it out to the near side, complete, but the Golden Bears are there to wrap it up immediately as the receiver, Jameer Dutrell, was wrapped up by number 33 of the Golden Bears, Kenny Williams.
Yeah, Drake Brumfield there as well for the Golden Bears. Nice effort defensively again for Kutztown, and Slippery Rock will bring out their punt formation.
So far, fans, the Golden Bear defense looks as good as it has since the championship season. And I know it's early.
Yeah. Well, you know, Slippery Rock also they've got a new quarterback.
Here is a high punt. Reed is going to call for a fair catch back at the Golden Bears 43-yard line.
Both punters doing a really good job with the ball here today. I'm guessing that maybe the cooler weather has a little something to do with that. They're able to really get nice high, and not windy, nice high spiral punts. With the exception of the one muffed punt, both punters are having a good day.
1st and 10 for the Golden Bears at their own 43-yard line. Kutztown leading 6-0 with 6:11 to go here in the first quarter. Receivers split backfield as Barton is under center. Taking his time, Barton drops back, throws it, completes it to Williams, who turns around and catches it on the inside of his shoulder back at the 47-yard line, and then takes it up down to the 44-yard line where Kutztown will have a first down.
Golden Bears have a bit of a height advantage there with Williams. Williams is 6 foot, and the defender, Chris Williams, is 5'11", so not that much, but it looks a little bit more.
Another offset backfield. Barton will hand it off to Wah. Wah hits the wall. He got maybe a yard. Kutztown has not historically done well in season openers. This is the 99 season. Kutztown's 33, 56, and 9 in program history. However, since 1997, the Golden Bears have turned that trend around with a 12-5 record. It has won 5 of its last. Kutztown's won 5 of its last 6 openers, with all 5 wins coming against St. Anselm from 2008 to 2012. 2nd and 9 now from the 43. Barton out of the shotgun, tries to fire it out to the far side, and it's incomplete.
Probably better that it was incomplete there. That would have been a loss had it been completed, as it was down and read very well by the Slippery Rock defense. There were several green shirts there ready to make a tackle had that completion been made.
3rd down and 9 now from the Rock 43-yard line. Trips to the far side in a 4-receiver set. Wah is the sole setback as Barton, standing back on the Slippery Rock S at midfield. He drops back, flares it out to the far side. It's complete and running forward, but coming up short of the first down for the Golden Bears is number 80, Nathan Hollander.
Another second catch for Hollander, and he caught that one at the line of scrimmage and ended up getting about 6-7 yards on the play. So a nice catch and run for the Golden Bears.
Interesting call here. 4th down and 4 from the 38-yard line. Now, you could pin Slippery Rock back here, Josh, but Kutztown's going to go for it. Backs in the eye, receivers split, and Barton under center. Barton, play action, dropping back, throws it down the far sideline, incomplete. A flag flies. Definitely looked like pass interference on Kellen Williams out there.
Yeah, Williams was trying to turn and make the play, and the defender, number 22, Admir Carter, was running forward, not allowing Williams to turn, did not make a play on the ball. So it's a textbook pass interference against Slippery Rock.
And that will give the Golden Bears a first down. These two teams have not met a ton of times over the years. This is the 12th meeting between Kutztown and Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock has won 9 of 11 matchups. But we all remember the big win for Kutztown back in 2011, the PSAC championship game, when KU's Marshall Vogel threw the game-winning touchdown pass to Eric Frazier with 2:59 to play to give Kutztown its first ever PSAC championship in school history. 1st and 10 from the Slippery Rock 23. Here's Wah. Wah has nowhere to go. He's met immediately, maybe thrown for a loss. I think they're going to give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so that was Kutztown's first win against Slippery Rock, and then they followed up the next year with a 56-49 win here at Slippery Rock. And then last year, of course, there was that 58-10 setback against Kutztown at the University Field.
2nd and 10 from the 23. Barton out of the shotgun, throws down the near side, incomplete, intended for Brett Fox, who had a step on the 2 defenders, but he just overthrew it. Barton, so far, Josh, he's sort of trying to get his legs under himself still.
Yeah, it's just trying to get that timing with his receivers, and it's just a couple of steps off. The good sign is that the receivers are getting some space. They're getting some openings. So if we can get that timing down and some touch on Barton's throws, the Golden Bears could be in business here moving the ball.
Empty backfield as Barton works out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. He's going for the end zone. He throws, leaping catch for a touchdown. Nice job by the Golden Bears.
I think that's Reed that caught it, 37. All the way on the other side of the field, so it's hard to see from this far, but
you're right,
sure
Josh.
That it was Reed.
Absolutely, Cody Reed.
And there's that touch. I just moments ago talked about it. Barton got it. He got that touch, got it right in the seam between the defender and the receiver, and Reed went up there and made a great leaping catch.
Luckenball will hold for Deutsch, who's 0 for 1 on extra points tonight. Snap, the hold, the kick. It's certainly high enough and long enough, and it's good. 3:46 to go in the first quarter. The Golden Bears surprising everyone here early on. It is Kutztown 13, Slippery Rock nothing. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
Americans enjoy 7 billion hot dogs between Memorial Day and Labor Day. But the great taste doesn't stop there for Kutztown University Golden Bear sports fans. Burke's hot dogs can be purchased at KU Athletics concession stands throughout the fall, winter, and spring. In addition to Frank's, Burke's offers a large selection of delicious Burke's branded hams, ring bologna, sausage, bacon, and deli meats, including ham, roast beef, and turkey breast. The Burke's brand is built on a long-standing tradition of providing excellent product quality and superior customer service. So the next time you're at the store or at KU for a game, choose Burke's, the official hot dog of KU Athletics.
We are back at Mahalik-Thompson Stadium, where the Kutztown University Golden Bears have silenced this opening day crowd here in Slippery Rock. Kutztown recovering a muffed punt for a touchdown and then scoring on a 24-yard strike from Chad Barton to Cody Reed. On a 3rd and long, Kutztown leading 13-0. The Golden Bears did miss the first extra point. Deutsch tees it up to boot it away. Deep for Slippery Rock, Drew Scales and Brandon Akins. This will be Scales at the 5 to the 10, 15, 20. Finds a seam, 25-30 right side, 35-40, 45 midfield, spun down. Finally at the 50-yard line, and the Golden Bears so far on kick coverage have not looked strong.
No, and both of them after the Kutztown touchdowns. And if you're Slippery Rock, you're happy with that because it's a momentum shift. And if you're Kutztown's special teams, you want to shut that down and see if you can, and you don't want to give up a big return right after you've scored a touchdown because you want to keep momentum.
1st and 10, Slippery Rock at midfield. Newsock out of the shotgun, dropping back a lot of time, now being pressured, runs to the near side. He's looking, tucks it, and he'll be dragged down after a gain of about 3 yards by Michael Gallagher.
Gallagher brings him down. The Golden Bears had a chance for a sack there, but couldn't quite catch up to him as the quarterback scrambled out of the pocket and was able to make a positive play with it. But nice coverage in the secondary by the Golden Bears.
2nd and 7 from the Kutztown 47. Trips to the far side in a 4-receiver set. Green is the sole setback. And here is a handoff as Shamar Green tries the near side and picks up another 3 or 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 2 at about the 42-yard line of the Golden Bears.
Misdirection from the quarterback, Newsock. A lot of fake throws and trying to sell the play action or different fakes.
Here is Green again, and Green is wrapped up immediately for no gain. Michael Gallagher there, he met him head on.
Nice stop by Gallagher. It's the 2nd or 3rd time that he's had a stop like that where he's reading the play and getting the tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Last year it was Zach Greenwald who finished 8th in Division II with 20.5 tackles for loss, which ranked 2nd on Kutztown's single-season leaderboard, and Kutztown showing that tonight that they can get into that backfield and make the stop on the run. 4th and 2, and Slippery Rock will have to punt it away. The Golden Bear defense holds again. Cody Reed back at the 10. Another nice punt. Reed calls for the fair catch, but he's going to clear out, and the ball is going to bounce inside the 5-yard line. Good move by Cody Reed, and another good job there by the Slippery Rock punter. That's Andrew Huska, the sophomore.
Yeah, he's had a nice punt there. He's had a few when he's gotten the ball off. Really a lot of airtime, and he bounced that one in there inside the 5, and it bounced back toward toward play instead of into the end zone. Just a perfect textbook way that the punter wants to land that ball deep inside their own territory. And for the first time, Kutztown is deep inside its own 5-yard line to start a possession.
Chad Barton, the redshirt junior out of Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, will be under center, 1st and 10 from the 4. Here's a handoff. This will be Scott. And Scott, the ball is loose. And let's see. Slippery Rock is saying it has the ball. Still no signal from the officials. Kutztown signaling the other way, and I think it's going to be Kutztown ball. It's a good break.
Yep. Golden Bears recovered the ball.
Man, you don't want that to happen down there, Josh. It'll be a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Backs in the eye behind Barton. Kutztown trying to get some breathing room. 1:21 to go in the first quarter. It's 13-0 Golden Bears. Barton will hand it off, and this time Kutztown will try the left side. I think it was James Waugh that time on the carry. Let's see. No, I think it's number 42 down there, Tyler Redding. Third down and 6 now for the Golden Bears. Waugh is in the backfield as Barton will work out of the shotgun. Receivers split. Slot to the near side. Here's a handoff. Waugh into the pile. Waugh so far has been ineffective. He's a smaller running back, and Slippery Rock's line has not let him do much at all. Let's take a look at Waugh's figures here. He's 5'6", 165, the sophomore out of Whitehall. So he's not sending very much force into that defensive line, Josh, and Kutztown will have to punt. It looks like, though, it's going to be the end of the quarter as the last few seconds run off. So Slippery Rock likely will have good field position when we get back, but a good start to the season for the Golden Bears as they score 13 unanswered points. And at the end of one quarter of play here in the 2014 season opener, it is Kutztown 13, Slippery Rock nothing. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
Kutztown University football on KUR is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Liberty Mutual is a proud partner of Kutztown University and provides you with relevant auto and home safety tips for the way you live today. And by Camillo's Italian Restaurant and Bar. Camillo's offers Monday night wing specials, a variety of outstanding Italian dishes featuring premium ingredients and specials for KU students. Camillo's, 264 Greenwich Street in Kutztown. To get the most up-to-date and in-depth information about the Kutztown University Golden Bears, visit KU Athletics online at kubears.com. KUbears.com features extensive coverage for all 21 of Kutztown University's NCAA varsity sports. The website also features video content and allows fans to follow select games through live statistics. Be sure to check out the Kutztown Golden Bears at KUBears.com. Go Bears, go!
Welcome back to Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, Mahalik-Thompson Stadium as we begin the second quarter of play here in the 2014 season opener. It's Kutztown 13, Slippery Rock nothing. Matt Santos and Josh Leiboff here with you live tonight. Pat Dietrich back in the KUR studios working the boards. And here's Andrew Deutsch, who gets a nice high spiraling punt, and a fair catch is called for back at the 48-yard line, and another great job by the punter, Andrew Deutsch.
Yeah, nice high punt, like you said, and no choice but the returner to do a fair catch. And Slippery Rock, though, still with good field position here. They'll start just shy of midfield on their side of the 50 at the 49. So their best starting position, I believe, of the night, especially certainly their best starting position that wasn't from one of their good kickoff returns. But nonetheless, their offense really has not done a whole lot.
First and 10 from the 49. Play action. Dusock rolling. A lot of time. Fires deep downfield over the middle and leaping and trying to make the catch, but it's incomplete, is Leroy McLean. Kutztown had some nice coverage there defensively, but honestly, McLean should have had that.
Well, it was a jump ball between McLean and Daryl Mintz, the Kutztown defender, and we do have a player down for the Golden Bears here. Injured at the line of scrimmage and actually in the backfield.
I think that's Michael Gallagher.
Well, if it is Gallagher, that would be a tough loss for the Golden Bears if he's going to be out for any length of time. But let's just hope that whoever it is, he's okay. Golden Bears sports medicine staff and head coach Jim Clements is out there tending to him.
And Jim Clements, Josh, as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, he was hired back in the late winter, not too long before spring ball. He took over the program on March 24th after Drew Fulmer left for Lehigh. Clemens coming to Kutztown from Division III Delaware Valley, where he was for 8 years. He had a nice record there, too. He's the winningest coach in Delaware Valley history with an overall record of 66-24 from 2006 to 13. He held a 500 or better record in each of his 8 years and won 4 Middle Atlantic Conference championships with 3 NCAA second-round appearances. So you got a guy leading this program with a track record of success in small college football. He's got to get adjusted to Division II, obviously coming from the Division III, but he's recruited the area. He knows the area.
That's the big key. Is he knows all the coaches in the area, and it's the same coaches. It's just maybe a different type of player that he's going to be looking to get in terms of recruiting. So Gallagher is up and being helped off the field.
That's not
by the
good.
Sports medicine staff, and they'll take him right to the trainer's table and start and continue seeing what the problem is.
Second and 10 from the 49. Newsock back, throws it out, completes it on the near side. 45 inside the 40, first down for Slippery Rock. That is number 89, Nick Davis on the reception.
Slippery Rock's initial first down of the game comes with 14:35 to go in the second quarter.
First and 10 from the 49. Newsock, he hands it off underneath, and cutting in this time is Teddy Blakeman, the senior. And Blakeman will get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down on that play by Ronnie Tomaselli, the redshirt freshman, in there in place of Gallagher at the defensive end. So he makes a tackle here, and we have another Golden Bear down.
Number 9, Nieves, I believe.
Nieves, who's had a few nice plays here. He's up, though. Looks maybe he had a cramp situation, perhaps, or some sort of equipment issue that he wanted to make sure that the play could stop and he could leave the field. Yeah, he looks like he's getting a helmet reviewed there on the sideline with KU's equipment manager.
2nd and 10 from the 38. Whoa, Kutztown, somebody jumped there. Flags all over the place.
False start is the initial indication. And that's what it is, a false start on Slippery Rock, so it'll back them up 5 yards.
Now, this is the first of 11 games Kutztown will play this season. The home opener is set for next Saturday, 1:05 p.m. at University Field against the IUP. What are they, the Crimson Hawks these days?
That's right.
Interception. Yes, at the 25-yard line, coming back up over the 40, 45, and spun down close to midfield.
Tyler Pratt with the interception, and he was playing center field on that one. Way out in the middle of open space. There is a flag at the end of the play. Big high throw by Newsock, and really just aired it out there, and Pratt was just right in the middle of the field, watched it come in right to his hands. About the easiest interception that he might get in his career.
You would have think that Newsock never saw him, Josh. Pratt, a 5'9" sophomore out of Northumberland, Shikellamy High School.
The penalty was a face mask on Slippery Rock, so tack on 15 yards after Pratt's interception return, and the Golden Bears are in business. Deep inside Slippery Rock territory, will take over at the 37-yard line.
So just when you think that the Rock has something going, they're in Kutztown territory, moving the ball a little bit, get their first down.
Right.
Just like that, it's back the other way. 1st and 10 Golden Bears at the Rock 37-yard line. Kutztown moving from right to left on your radio dial. Barton rolling far side. He throws. Jump ball, it's caught at the 5-10 touchdown, Golden Bears.
What an unbelievable grab by the Golden Bears.
That's number 18, Anthony Kelly.
Kelly just went up and over the receiver, the defender, and tipped the ball away from him like he was playing defense, and then grabbed it after he came back down. What a great athletic play there for the Golden Bears.
He had him one-on-one, and did Barton, and he just threw the ball up, and Kelly, the ball was batted up. Kelly came down with it and went into the end zone for 6. Hard to believe.
Well, the Golden Bears have a really significant height advantage pretty much against all of the defenders. Kelly is the tallest of Kutztown's receivers at 6'3".
The kick is up and through by Deutsch, and with 13:38 to play in the half, your score is Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock nothing. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
Hilton Garden Inn Allentown West features everything you need for a successful trip to the Kutztown area. Located just 20 minutes from campus near Fogelsville, the Hilton Garden Inn Allentown West offers a complimentary shuttle for corporate travelers, friendly service, and complimentary high-speed wired and wireless internet access to make your trip to Allentown successful, whatever the reason for your visit. Meeting rooms, leisure facilities, and a delicious cook-to-order breakfast make the Hilton Garden Inn Allentown West the natural choice. For reservations and information, call 610-398-6645 or visit HiltonGardenInn3.hilton.com.
A stunned crowd here at Mahalik-Thompson Stadium in Slippery Rock as the Golden Bears have jumped out to a 20-0 lead with 13:38 to go in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes by Chad Barton, 1 to Cody Reed. The latest was a jump ball. I don't know how else you describe that one, Josh. It was simply a jump ball, and it was number 18 for the Golden Bears, Anthony Kelly, who came down with it. The other score, the first score, came on a muffed punt. And now Kutztown will punt away. And so far the defense has been flawless for Kutztown. The way they're playing, who knows? Kutztown may have enough points already, but there's a lot of time left to play. And the kickoff returns have not been good for the Golden Bears, as this one is returned up over the 45 to the 47-yard line. And so far, no good on the kickoff coverage for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, so 3 times the Kutztown has 3 touchdowns, which, hey, that's a great start. But all 3 times these kick returns have given Slippery Rock nice field position and trying to get the momentum. Now, the way that it's turned out, the Golden Bears the defense has stepped up and not allowed Slippery Rock to do anything.
1st and 10 from the 48, play action. Newsock completes it on the near side into Kutztown territory at the 47-yard line. This will be a gain of 5 to Leroy McLean.
That was McLean, yeah, like you said, on the catch. PA and Brumfield on the coverage.
2nd and 5 from the 47. Flare out to the far side. McLean complete. McLean for a first down. Down over the 40. Down to about the 36-yard line. A gain of 10.
Slippery Rock is moving the ball here. A couple of plays and a couple of first downs.
1st and 10 from the 36. Slot to the near side. Back staggered. Here is Green, left side. Green with a big hole. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And he is chased out of bounds. Let's see where they spot the ball.
Looks like the spot's going to be at about the 5-yard line.
31-yard gain, the biggest of the day for the Rock. And just like that, Slippery Rock is threatening. 1st and goal from the 5. Newsock hands it off underneath and trying to weave his way to the outside is Teddy Blakeman, but he is wrapped up for no gain. And we have another injured Golden Bear. This time it's number 92, Tyrone Brown. Brown is sitting up, but clearly was in the midst of that action. 12:25 to go. It is 20-0 Kutztown, but the Rock is threatening for the first time this evening.
This is always the worry that you have, and when you have an experienced part of your team, is if you start getting some injuries in that part of the team, then you lose that advantage. And Gallagher is on the sideline, and now Tyrone Brown is down being attended to. If he's not able to return, the Golden Bears will be down 2 of their big 4 defensive linemen that are a strength, and to date in this game have been playing pretty well.
Well, it looks like a nice crowd here on the home side, even though the weather is not perfect tonight. It's not raining. The sun is trying to peek out in the west as this storm front has moved out. Looks like we have about 100 people who have made the trip from Kutztown, and as we've said, it's about a 5.5-hour trip here to western Pennsylvania. This is not the longest road trip the Golden Bears will take this year. In 2 weeks from today, Kutztown will be at Gannon up in Erie. 2nd down and goal from the 5. Newsock rolling, being pressured, throws, and it's incomplete. Good pressure there by the Golden Bears.
Newsock is lucky there that ball wasn't picked off. He threw that up in no man's land as he was under serious pressure there and had to get rid of it. But luckily for Slippery Rock, it fell incomplete.
Ronnie Tomasetti and Sam Dugan on the pressure. 3rd and goal. Oh, movement there on the far side, and Slippery Rock's going to have to march it back a few yards.
That is not the play you want. When you're in 3rd and goal at the 5-yard line, you have a fault. You do not want a false start there and back yourself up to make it a harder 3rd down to convert. The 5-yard penalty will back it up to the 10-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 10 for the Rock.
Obviously a big down. If Kutztown could hold Slippery Rock to a field goal attempt here, that would be a victory. Newsock in the shotgun. He has a double wing with his receivers. He drops, throws to the far side, leap ball, incomplete. Incomplete. It looked for a moment that the intended receiver on the far side was going to come down with it. That's Melvin Gurman.
Nice effort. Tried to make a one-handed grab in the side of the end zone and keep his foot in bound, but unable to do that. And Slippery Rock will have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Mike Winoskis will try a 27-yard attempt out of the hold of Jared Buck. The snap, the hold, the kick, long enough, high enough, and it's good. So Slippery Rock is finally on the board, 12:05 to go in the first half. Your score, Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 3. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
Kelly's Sports is your apparel headquarters for Kutztown University Athletics, with store locations in Westchester and Reading and online stores at kellysteamsports.com. Kelly's offers simple setup, easy ordering, quick turnaround, and no hassles for athletic teams and organizations. You focus on winning games, Kelly's makes sure you look good doing it. Kelly's Sports, since 1972, outfitting team sports is what we do.
Back here at Mahalik Thompson Stadium in Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock finally on the board on a 27-yard field goal. Other than that, it's been all Kutztown. It's 20-3. And the Golden Bears will get ready to go back on offense as my partner Josh Leiboff is heading down to the sidelines to do some photography duty for our sports information department. And here's the kick. It's going to be taken, a line drive kick back at the 5-yard line, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. A nice kick return by the Golden Bears. And that looked to be Anthony Castillo, who plays tight end on the return. A lot of new names popping up here for the Golden Bears under this new coaching regime led by Jim Clements, his first year at the Division II levels. 1st and 10 from the 40. Kutztown moving from right to left, slot to the near side. Backs will be split on either side of Chad Barton. Barton hands it off to Darryl Scott. Scott, right side. He has room as he takes it up over the 45 to about the 46-yard line. This will be a gain of 6. Second and 4 from the 46-yard line. Slot to the near side. Again, this formation with Barton in the shotgun and 2 backs split behind him. Gives him some blockers and some handoff opportunities here. This is Scott again. Scott up over midfield, and he's brought down in Slippery Rock territory. He'll have a first down at the 47-yard line of the Rock. So Kutztown in business here. 11:03 to go in the first half. It is Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 3 in the 2014 season opener. Backs in the eye, receivers split. The deep back is Wah. Cummings the fullback. Here is Wah on the carry. Wah spins down over the 45-yard line down to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Coach Clements had said he wants to get back to running the ball, and so far Kutztown has showed its willingness to run the football. Slot to the far side on 2nd and 6 from the 43. Wah is the sole setback out of the shotgun. Barton hands off to Wah, right side, and Wah doesn't get very far. In fact, it looks like he lost a couple. And that's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 8 yards for the Golden Bears. Slot to the near side, backs split. See what Chad Barton does here. Working from the far hash, Barton dropping back. Barton throwing down the near sideline, looking for Fox. Leap ball incomplete. incomplete down at the 15-yard line. It's broken up by Slippery Rock's Admir Carter. And the Golden Bears will have to boot it away. Andrew Deutsch has done a nice job back at his own 40-yard line. Deep for Slippery Rock will be Drew Scales. He's back at his own 10. Nice snap. Wobbly punt this time by Deutsch, but another fair catch. And Slippery Rock will go to work 1st and 10 at about the 18-yard line. .9:19 to go here in the third quarter. Is Kutztown 20. Correction, the second quarter is Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 3. Double wing now. Newsock dropping back. Newsock completes it. Looks like he tried to hit a bubble screen, and he does on the far side. And taking it up the far sideline for a first down and more is Tyshawn Tucker. They're going to place the ball at the 39-yard line, so a 19-yard gain. 1st and 10. Trips to the near side. Flare out on the near side to Scales. Scales coming up the near sideline into Kutztown territory, 45-40, and he's chased out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So that's going to be another big gain for Slippery Rock, 24 yards. And the Rock in business again. Suddenly, Kutztown's defense is bending. There's a handoff. This is Green right side. Big hole, 30-25. And he's finally brought down by English PA at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10. Again, and we have another injured Golden Bear. It's Sam Dixon, who's down back at the 33-yard line. 8:42 to go, and either Slippery Rock has figured out the Golden Bears here, or Kutztown is feeling the effects of the injuries, maybe a little bit of both, fans. 8:42 to go, 20-3 here in the second quarter in favor of the Golden Bears, but Slippery Rock threatening again. This is the first of 6 games we will be broadcasting on Kutztown University Radio this year. We will have all 6 Kutztown University road games right here, back on campus radio, the home of the Kutztown University Golden Bears. The home games, fans, you'll be able to watch courtesy of the KU Electronic Media Department. They're unveiling their new trailer and truck this Monday, their mobile production studio, and they will be televising all home games. Flare pass on the far side, complete to Julian Durden, and Durden takes it for a nice gain inside the 15 to about the 17. Correction to the, see where they're going to spot the ball. It's going to be inside the 15 to about the 10. So we'll call that a gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. Slot to the near side. Newsock working out of the shotgun. 1st and goal from the 10. Newsock dropping back. Newsock being pressured. He's wrapped up and he's sacked. Fumble. Let's see. The Golden Bears say they have it. Guess what, fans? Kutztown's ball. Unbelievable. Again, a threat by Slippery Rock is thwarted by a Kutztown turnover. Tyrone Brown in the midst of all of that, along with number 21, the safety Drake Brumfield. The Golden Bears forced the turnover, and turnovers are obviously a big part of the game. Kutztown's winning that battle here tonight. 8:06 to go in the first half. It is 20-3 in favor of Kutztown. 1st and 10 Golden Bears. The ball on the Kutztown 18. Slot to the near side. Working out of the shotgun is Barton. He'll hand it off to Wah. Wah finds a hole, and Wah takes it up over the 20 to the 21-yard line, gain of 3. Wah again is going to work out of that shotgun on 2nd down and 7 from the 21. Back split to either side, slot to the near side as Kutztown works from the far hash. Barton fires near far side, complete to number 82, Kellen Williams, for a first down. That'll be up at the 35-yard line. A 14-yard gain for the Golden Bears, and Barton looks solid there. He threw it behind the defender. Williams basically just had to turn around and catch it. So Kutztown seeing something in that Slippery Rock defense, knowing that they can throw behind the defender. Here's a flare pass on the near side, complete. Flag flies as the ball goes up over the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's Nathan Hollander. Several flags. It'll be a gain of 6 if the play stands, but let's see what they call. One flag is back in the Kutztown backfield. Another one's up close to where the catch was made. And they're going backwards. Our Kutztown. Let's see. Holding against the Golden Bears. So the ball is going to be placed back at the 25-yard line. It'll make it first down and 20 from the 25. Backs, one back this time. We have movement. Movement on the Golden Bears. And Kutztown had something going there, and now they find themselves backing up toward their own goal line. Well, hold on. Well, they're going to call this against Slippery Rock. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Rock. For encroachment. So it's 1st and 15 Kutztown. Double wing. Movement again. Cody Reed was wide open, but he left early. Kutztown saw something there. They had Cody Reed coming out of the slot between two defenders, and he got a little anxious. But another penalty. Looks like the NFL preseason, which was very hard to watch this year. They just kept calling penalties, trying to get things situated for the regular season, I'm sure. So Kutztown will have the ball march back to the second original line of scrimmage. 1st and 20 from the 20. 6:37 to go here in the first half. 20-3 Kutztown. Trips to the near side. One receiver to the far side. Movement again. This time it looks to be the left tackle, Jordan Morgan. And Kutztown's going back 5 more yards. It is the first game of the year, folks, but it's also late in the second quarter, and Kutztown suddenly getting antsy. So we will call it first down and 25. I think this is the 5th or 6th first down we've had here. With the ball going backwards. The ball is snapped through the hands of Barton, who fumbles it and falls on it, back at the 13-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 14. Boy, this is getting ugly. The 35 is the original line of scrimmage, and the ball is now back at the 13. 2nd down and 31 from the 14. Here's a handoff. And up to the 15-yard line. The Golden Bears will have a 3rd down and 29, and I don't know, I think I'd be tempted. It's James Waugh on the carry. I think I'd be tempted just to run the ball and punt it the heck out of there. Kutztown will actually go with a tight formation. Barton under center, back staggered. That's what they're going to do. Here's Waugh on the carry, and Slippery Rock is all over him as he gets maybe a yard. And they'll bring up 4th down. As that was just an ugly series for Kutztown. Andrew Deutsch back at his own goal line to boot it away. Deep for Slippery Rock is Drew Scales, who's at midfield. Wobbly kick, the worst punt of the day, and it's going to take a Slippery Rock bounce at the 35-yard line and be down there. So 19 yards on the punt, and suddenly things are not going the Golden Bears' way. They had just had way too many mistakes on that series, and then when they needed a big punt, Deutsch has performed outstanding up to that point. He shanks one. So it's 1st and 10 Slippery Rock at the 35. 4:34 to go in the first half. It's 20-3 Golden Bears. Newsock hands it off to Green, left side. He'll cut it up to the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. If you're just tuning in, my partner, Josh Leiboff, is currently down on the sidelines, shooting photography for our sports information department. Here is a completion on the near side, a little flare pass to Julian Durden, and Durden takes it close to a 1st down. I think he's going to be just shy, just outside the Kutztown 25-yard line. So we'll call it 3rd and inches. Handoff. 1st down for Green, who takes it down over the 25 to the 24-yard line. 3:45 to go. First and 10 from the 24, trips to the far side. Newsock throws it over the middle, incomplete. He had Leroy McLean open, but made him stretch out a little bit too much for it. 2nd down and 10 from the 24. Stick around at halftime, folks. On the halftime show today, our halftime host, Steve Degler, will be talking to one of the 6 new inductees into the Kutztown University Hall of Fame. Nia Adams' screen pass falls incomplete as Kutztown was there defensively. It was intended for Teddy Blakeman. The new Kutztown University Hall of Fame class, which will be inducted on November 1st, was announced yesterday on KUBears.com. Nia Adams, former track and field standout, will be our guest today at halftime. Flags fly on 3rd and 10 from the Kutztown 24. It's against the Golden Bears, encroachment, or a neutral zone infraction. Let's see. That's what it is. 3rd down and 5 now from the Kutztown 19. Double wing, whistles again. All of a sudden, it's looking like the opening game of the season on both sides. We have a timeout on the field. 3:28 to go here in the first half. Your score is Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 3. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
Kutztown University football on KUR is brought to you by the Kutztown Tavern, featuring contemporary American cuisine with local flair and handcrafted microbrews from the on-site Golden Avalanche Brewing Company. Visit the Kutztown Tavern, the center of downtown on Main Street. And by the Crown Plaza Reading. Enjoy an enriched hotel stay at a great value to business and leisure travelers at the Crown Plaza Reading.
Back here at Mahalik Thompson Stadium in beautiful Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. 3:28 to go in the first half. It is Slippery Rock trailing the Golden Bears of Kutztown 20-3. Kutztown surprising everyone here so far in the first half, but a lot of ball left to be played in a big situation here. We have a 3rd down and 5 for Slippery Rock at the Kutztown 19-yard line. Zach Newsock, the quarterback, will have a double wing. He works out of the shotgun. He drops back a lot of time. He completes it to McLean. 10-5 in for a Slippery Rock touchdown. A lot of real estate there for Leroy McLean, who lined up in that double wing on the right side. Just did a little in pattern. Newsock hit him in stride, and from there, he just sprinted in from 10 yards out for Slippery Rock's first touchdown of the day. The extra point is good. 3:22 to go in the first half. Your score is Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 10. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
Avalanche, Kutztown University's very own mascot, is available to appear at your event. Whether it's a birthday party, grand opening, or town parade, inviting Avalanche will add in extra fun and entertainment for people of all ages. Also, kids can join Avalanche's Golden Bear Cub Club, which allows them to become junior members of the KU team. Make everyone's experience golden by visiting kutztown.edu/avalanche. Once again, that's kutztown.edu/avalanche. Stop by the new KU campus store or Dixon Marketplace any Monday following a KU home football game.
Bring it back after this, Pat. All right, we're back here at Mahalik Thompson Stadium in Slippery Rock. Matt Santos here with you. My partner Josh Leiboff down on the sideline on assignment at the moment. Pat Dietrich back in the studio. It is 2010 Kutztown. The Golden Bears will have a chance to go back on offense, and we'll see if they can make something happen. End-over-end kick will be taken back in the end zone, and thinking about bringing it out, but making a good decision to kneel it is Nathan Hollander. So Kutztown will have a 1st and 10 at the 20. Chad Barton, in his debut as a starting quarterback for the Golden Bears, has looked solid. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes. He's had some nice help from his wide receivers. The running game, Darryl Scott in particular, has looked strong at times. Kutztown's defense looked very strong early on. The last series was a bit of concern, though, because there were just a ton of penalties. Kutztown ended up in a 2nd and 31 situation. So here we go, 1st and 10. Of course, they bring it out to the 25 now, so it's 1st and 10 from the 25. College football. Slot to the near side. Barton fires, completes it, and taking it up to the 33-yard line is Nathan Hollander. That's a gain of 8. Second and 2 from the 33. 3 minutes and counting. Double wing for Barton. He works out of the shotgun. Barton, good protection. Complete to Hollander, near side. Close to a 1st down. It looks like he has it up at the 42-yard line. Clock will stop. First and 10. The ball at the 37-yard line. Slot to the far side. Kutztown working from the near hash. Here's James Waugh. Takes the handoff underneath, and he's going to be thrown for a loss of 2 yards. Kutztown just has not been able to get James Waugh going in the running game today. It would behoove the Golden Bears to try to use some time here, run that play clock down, so that if Slippery Rock does get the ball back here, that the Rock does not have a ton of time. 20 on the play clock right now. Slot to the near side, working from the far hash, is Barton. Play clock at 15. He's letting it run down inside 10. Good work by Barton. Barton, he's back. He's rolling to the far side. He's looking. He fires. It's incomplete. Batted away by Slippery Rock defensive back Chris Williams. That will stop the clock and bring up a 3rd down and 12. So Kutztown will need to decide here, does it play conservative, try to run that clock down? Slippery Rock has 3 timeouts left. Kutztown has 2. So the Rock still has plenty of time. Trips in a stack to the near side. Barton out of the shotgun. He's being pressured. He throws it away, incomplete. Was he out of the pocket? I don't see a flag for intentional grounding. Did not see a receiver in the area, but the officials must have felt that he did have a target. And we still have 1:46 on the clock. 4th and 12. Kutztown will punt it away. Deutsch standing back at his 21. Deep for Slippery Rock is Drew Scales. This time a nice wobbly punt. It bounces off of somebody and goes back to the inside the 20 to the 10. I'm not sure. Did that hit a Golden Bear, or I could have swore that hit somebody because it caromed high into the air from the 30 back to the 10. And they're going to bring it. See what they're going to do here. There's a flag down. Are they going to call it catch interference? Conference by the officials at the 31-yard line. There was not, as far as I could tell, a fair catch called for by Drew Scales. It looked to me like he was trying to clear everyone out. But the ball hit someone. It had to be a Golden Bear. And they are still conferencing at the 31-yard line. The official, the umpire with the ball at the 31. Let's see. They're still talking. 1:35 to go. It's 20-10 Golden Bears. Well, they're marching this off against the Golden Bears. The big penalty, too, up to the 45-yard line. 46 now. My assumption is they're calling it punt catch interference. And that is the reason the ball ended up going another 15 yards. But unfortunately for the Golden Bears, they're going to march it off in the other direction. So Slippery Rock with good field position. All 3 timeouts in the 1st and 10 at the 46. Newsock back, fires out. And there's a flag in the backfield. They called it an incomplete pass. Oh, we got a personal foul, roughing the passer against the Golden Bears. That's not good. That's another big one. Kutztown suddenly is playing undisciplined football. So the ball will be marched into Kutztown territory. It'll be 1st and 10 Slippery Rock at the Golden Bear 39-yard line. $1:31 to go now in the first half. Double wing, Newsock back, a lot of time, fires it complete at the 30-yard line, turning up and down to the 25-yard line is Jameer Dutrell, the all-PSAC wideout, slot receiver, for the Rock. 1st and 10, Slippery Rock at the Kutztown 24. 1:23 to go. Trips to the far side. Newsock back, fires over the middle, incomplete. Flags everywhere at the 15-yard line. This is going to be on the Golden Bears again. And it's going to be Jalen Nieves with pass interference and holding. So they'll place the ball when they place it. At the 14-yard line, automatic first down. 1st and 10 at the 14, 1:18 to go. 20-10 Golden Bears. Newsock, flare, far side, and he is nailed back at the 21-yard line. Coming in and making the tackle is Kurt Kenny. And Slippery Rock has to take a timeout. Kurt Kenny came out of nowhere and made that tackle in the backfield for a loss of 7 yards back to the 21. Another new name, Kenny is a redshirt sophomore, 6 foot 205 pounds, out of Susquehanna High School in Duncannon, Pennsylvania, and he exploded on the right side to make that stop, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 17 for Slippery Rock. Kutztown's defense definitely needs a stop here to get some momentum going into the half. Golden Bears will return to action next Saturday for Community Day, the home opener at University Field, 1:05 p.m. It will be the PSAC opener against Indiana, PA. Be one of the games that count in the standings. Newsock back to pass, fires, completes it over the middle, down at the 10-yard line. English, PA makes the tackle as Melvin Gurman brings it in for an 11-yard gain. Inside a minute now, we'll call it a 12-yard gain. 3rd and 4 at the 9. Newsock back. Flare pass, right side complete to the running back and down to about the 6-yard line as Slippery Rock has to take a timeout. That was Teddy Blakeman on the completion. Let's see where they spot that ball. I believe he's going to be about a yard short of the first down, which is going to bring up a very interesting situation here. We are going to have a 4th and 1 at the Kutztown 6-yard line, 39.7 seconds to go here in the first half. It's Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 10. And fans, decision time here. What do you do? And the way Slippery Rock's been moving the ball, it seems to me, and that looks like the ball's going to be at the 6. A first down is about the 4.5. But to me, if you're Slippery Rock, you got to come out of this with something. I'd be really tempted to go for the first down. But again, you get the field goal here, it'll put you within a touchdown. So I think that's what they'll do. And Kutztown has been pretty strong up front, so they are going to bring the field goal unit on. This will be Mike Waynoskis, and Kutztown will take a timeout. The attempt is going to be about 22 yards. So we mentioned the Golden Bears home next week against Indiana, PA. That's a 1:05 kickoff at University Field, Community Day. And then Kutztown heads to Gannon in 2 weeks. We'll have that game for you here on KUR. It will be a noon kickoff up in Erie. And we'll take the air at 11:50 in 2 weeks right here on KUR. We will have all 6 road games for you here on the radio voice of Kutztown University. I'll be joined by different color analysts throughout the year. So we're looking forward to bringing you the full road slate. Home games can be viewed on TV courtesy of our electronic media department, KUTV. They will be carried on PBS 39 throughout southeastern Pennsylvania and on the internet. Here's the field goal attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's high enough, it's long enough, and it's good. And so after jumping out to a 20-0 lead, Slippery Rock has scored 13 unanswered points to make it a 20-13 game with 34 seconds to go in the half. If you're Kutztown now, you get the ball back, and I think I'd be tempted to kneel it out just to kind of get in and get in the half with the lead. I think if you told Kutztown University coach Jim Clements that at halftime you're going to be leading this game 20-13, he would have taken that in a heartbeat. However, the way things have transpired here, Kutztown was up 20-0, and the wheels have come off more or less in the last few series, both offensively and defensively. Kutztown has also been hampered by several injuries, and you have to worry about that, how that's going to affect the team long term. Some definite positives, though, fans, from what we've seen so far here against the defending PSAC West champions. So we've got to see now if Kutztown can dig deep, if that coaching staff can get them settled down at halftime, they could come out and be inspired in the second half. Here's the kickoff. And it's back into the end zone where it will be a kneel down by Nathan Hollander. And Kutztown will go to work 1st and 10 at its own 20-yard line. So 34.3 seconds to go. Each team has one timeout. Maybe you hand it off here to one of your sure-handed guys, but you got to make sure that he's sure-handed. Now, in past years, no doubt, Kutztown throws it down the field. That's the kind of offense the Golden Bears put out there. This year, they certainly are trying to have a little bit more of a balanced attack. Barton's going to get under center. Backs will be in the eye on 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. I get used to that. 25 in college, 20 in the pros. Here is a handoff. This is Scott, and Scott is spun down after a gain of 2 yards. And my guess is that Kutztown will not run another play, but Slippery Rock does have a timeout, and what the heck? Why not make them run another play? They won't, though. Down inside 10 seconds. And that's going to do it for the first half of play. Wow, very interesting. The Golden Bears jumping out to a 20-0 lead. They recover a muff punt in the end zone. That was Jarvis Cummings. Actually, he never even got the punt off. The punter fumbled the ball. It rolled into the end zone, and Cummings dove on it. Then Chad Barton hit Cody Reed on a 24-yard pass. He hit Anthony Kelly on a jump ball down the far sideline. That made it 20-0, but it's been all Slippery Rock since then on a pair of field goals and a touchdown sandwiched in the middle. And as we head to halftime, the score is Kutztown University 20, Slippery Rock University 13. We're going to take a quick break. We'll bring it back for halftime festivities. The second half also on the way. Your score at the half is Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 13. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
Stop by the new KU campus store or Dixon Marketplace any Monday following a KU home football game to receive 5% off KU apparel for every touchdown the Golden Bears score. The Paul Bucks discount is offered win or lose with a minimum discount of 15% and a maximum discount of 40%. The KU campus store and Dixon Marketplace are divisions of the nonprofit affiliate of Kutztown University, KUSSI. All purchases benefit KU students.
Osgood's Neighborhood Grill and Bar is the newest food choice in town. Located just over a mile west of the Kutztown University campus on Kutztown Road, Osgood's features amazing steaks, seafood dishes, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and chef specials, soups, chowders, and chili, pastas and light fare, sizzling starters and salads, and burgers and sandwiches. For information, visit osgoodsbarandgrill.com. It's always good at Osgood's.
Kutztown University football on KUR is brought to you by Mama's Delight Pizza, featuring fresh bread baked daily, fast delivery, daily specials, and online ordering. Visit Mama's 7 days a week in downtown Kutztown. And by Service Electric Cablevision, your foundation for family entertainment, offering lightning-fast, high-speed internet speeds, hundreds of TV channel choices, and crystal clear phone service. Bundle and save today at secv.com. In addition to the online home for Kutztown University athletics, kubears.com, there are several ways to follow the Golden Bears through social media. Find out about KU Athletics on Twitter by following @KU Golden Bears. Become a fan on Facebook by searching for and liking Kutztown University Athletics. Finally, check out how to sign up for email and mobile phone updates at kubears.com. Stay in touch with the Kutztown Golden Bears.
We are back at halftime here in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, where the Kutztown University Golden Bears have a 20-13 lead over Slippery Rock in the 2014 season opener for Golden Bears football, and we're happy to bring you the whole road season here on KUR. It is time for our halftime festivities. Our halftime host is once again the one and only Kutztown alum Steve Degler. He sat down earlier this week with Nia Adams, who is one of 6 new inductees into the Kutztown University Hall of Fame. You can see the full list, which was released yesterday on kubears.com. Here is Steve Degler and Nia Adams with the Kutztown University halftime report.
Welcome to the KU Football Halftime Report. I'm Steve Degler. The Kutztown University Athletics Hall of Fame has announced its 2014 class of inductees. The 36th annual class has 6 new members, which increases the total membership to 187 since the Hall of Fame was formed in 1977. One of the inductees this year is Nia Adams, who competed in women's track and field and cross country from 2000 until 2004. Nia Adams is an 11-time PSAC champion, winning titles in the 800-meter, the 4x800 relay, and the 4x400 relay. She is the school record holder in the indoor 500, the outdoor 800, the outdoor 4x400 relay, the outdoor 4x800 relay, and ranks second in the indoor 4x400 relay, a record which she previously owned. Overall, she ranks in 9 of Kutztown's all-time top 10 lists. In her senior year of 2004, Nia helped lead the Golden Bears to their first ever PSAC indoor championships, running on the 4x800 and 4x400 meter relays that set both school and meet records. And in 2003, Adams earned a trip to the NCAA Outdoor Championships, where she placed 12th in the 800 meters. In cross country, Adams was a top 7 runner all 4 years, competed on 2 NCAA qualifying teams, and notched a pair of top 20 finishes at the PSAC Championships, and she was named the 2004 Kutztown Female Senior Athlete of the Year. And we welcome Nia Adams, one of the new inductees to the KU Hall of Fame, to the Football Halftime Report. Nia, first of all, thanks for taking the time, and congratulations on your honor going into the KU Athletic Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much.
That's quite a resume I just read right there. What does it mean to you to hear all of that read back to you?
Oh, my goodness. I didn't realize I did so much. It's amazing. I'm truly blessed that, I even got this honor. I didn't realize that I was out of school this long.
What does it mean to you and to your family to be honored like this by Kutztown?
It means so much. I think my growth throughout my years in Kutztown have, definitely helped me and later on in life. And, when I told my mom, who is one of my biggest fans, when I told her what was happening, she was just so happy. And, everybody that I've told has been so supportive. This is amazing. Like, I can't believe that this is happening right now.
Well, you talked about how things helped you later in life. What did Kutztown mean to you?
It meant so much. It definitely helped, with my skills that I got with just being on cross country and track and being the captain and everything. You just get those skills of being a leader, and that's helped me later on in life, and now doing work in community and stuff. Like I just feel a lot stronger now that I have to garner those skills from Kutztown.
Besides your mom helping you and being a big fan, were there some other people here on campus that really helped you achieve all of these accomplishments?
Oh, yeah, definitely. My coach, Ray Hoffman, I couldn't have done any of that stuff without him and his guidance and his drive, his push for me to be a better athlete. Definitely, I couldn't have done it without him. And then Coach Munshine as well.
The track and field program has been a strong one here. And when you have fellow competitors, how much does that push you as well to be better every single day?
Oh, they definitely push you. You always want to be the best, and it can be one day it could be you, the next day it could be somebody else. But I know, especially with me and Ray, we knew everybody else that was going to be running. I was going to be competing against, and we knew what I had to do in order to get me to be better than those people. So definitely my competitors got me to where I was and allowed, I still have good relationships and good friendships with those people because I wouldn't have been able to do any of that stuff without them as well.
Track can be such an individual event within the team concept. Is that a tough thing to balance for a competitor?
I think, it is individual. Most of the time you're out there by yourself, running, the physical aspect of it. But as far as the team motivation, your team is always there. Your team is always supportive, driving you to be your best, cheering for you. So as much as it is you physically out there individually, it is very much a team sport, and you have your team backing you up and supporting.
Did you enjoy your solo events, or did you enjoy the relay events more?
I enjoyed the relay events more. Solo events was a lot of pressure on you. The relay, I was able to relax a little bit more, have fun, and it was a blast running with those girls.
We are visiting with Nia Adams, one of 6 inductees into the KU Athletic Hall of Fame. The ceremony will take place on Saturday, November 1st. I mentioned you ran some cross country as well, yet some shorter distances in indoor and outdoor track. Was that a tough transition for you to make from cross country to the shorter distances?
Yeah, the cross country is definitely a whole nother monster. It's difficult. Cross country was a lot more difficult for me. But, transitioning into the shorter events, that was more or less where I felt comfortable in, and I've been doing the 800 for a very long time, so, I felt more comfortable doing that. It was a transition from high school to college with the cross-country distance, so that was a bit of an adjustment period. But, yeah, track and field and doing the shorter events was definitely what I enjoyed more.
Let me ask you then, did you prefer indoor or outdoor, or didn't it matter for you when it came to track and field?
Outdoor, definitely. Indoor, it was something about those, the number of laps that I had to run for the 800 that kind of messed me up a little bit, but I definitely enjoyed outdoor, being outside.
And did you have a particular event that you enjoyed?
The 800. The 800 was definitely my favorite event to run outdoors.
What are you doing these days?
Currently, I work in Reading. I do family-based therapy and home therapy for families that are at risk for their children to be placed out of the home.
And how much of a reward can that be when you can help a family in need?
Oh, it's the rewards are endless. To see a lot of change in families and know that you were part of that change is so rewarding. I love doing what I do. I love helping people.
Are you still someone that gets out there and competes a little bit, or goes out maybe for a fun run every now and then, or have you left that behind?
I do more fun runs. My recent race was a Tough Mudder. I did a Tough Mudder a year back, and that was definitely exciting, adrenaline provoking. So I might get into more of those type of things. I've kind of hung up my spikes for on-track competition, but I may be getting into road races and stuff like that.
A Tough Mudder, huh? So I got to ask you,
yes.
Why?
I asked myself that as well while I was running. It was just, something different. Everybody's always talking about a Tough Mudder, and, the distance wasn't the thing. It was just the obstacles and everything on the course that made it a little bit more challenging. But it was just another challenge that I wanted to see if I was able to do.
How tough was it?
It was very tough, very, very tough.
Are you going to sign up for another one?
I am.
I had a feeling you might be doing that. Well, again, congratulations on the honor. Have you thought about maybe what you're going to say when it comes to the speech time on November 1st?
No, I'm still trying to put those things together. I just don't want to leave out anybody. I had a lot of people that helped me get to where I am, and I just want to make sure that I acknowledge them and give them the credit that's due, because, without them, I wouldn't be where I am at all. So I want to make sure that I acknowledge those people.
Well, again, it's a very impressive resume, an 11-time PSAC champion. You're going into the KU Athletics Hall of Fame. We congratulate you, and thanks for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
Nia Adams joining us. She is one of 6 inductees into the 2014 class of KU Athletic Hall of Fame. The induction ceremony will be on the KU campus at the Student Rec Center Saturday, November 1st, beginning at 10 a.m. Thanks for listening to the KU Football Halftime Report. I'm Steve Degler. The second half comes your way in just a moment.
Nominated for Best College Radio Station at an institution with under 10,000 enrollment and winner of Best Use of Social Media, your news leader in northeastern Berks County, KUR, Kutztown.
The KUR News Time is the top of the hour. I'm Mike Regensberger. The U.S. Small Business Administration has announced that the Kutztown University Small Business Development Center's Jumpstart Diversity will receive a $50,000 grant for the launch of the Food Accelerator Idea, Innovation Development and Entrepreneurship Accelerator. This will be a virtual program of JSD focusing on established clients.
KUR, the radio voice of Kutztown University, and Golden Bears football is your winning combination this fall. KUR is now your official radio source for all KU football broadcasts on the road. I'm Matt Santos. Join me live from the booth in my 23rd season of Covering the Team as my special guests and I bring you each and every exciting play from the 2014 road slate. We'll be at Slippery Rock, Gannon, Millersville, East Stroudsburg, Shippensburg, and Clarion, wherever the Golden Bears go. All broadcasts will begin 10 minutes before kickoff. That's KU football on the road. All this season on your exclusive radio home for Kutztown University Golden Bears football.
Erasure. Live in the Violet Flame Tour. September 21st, 8 p.m., the Santander Performing Arts Center. Reserved seats are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Charged by phone, Ticketmaster retail locations in the Santander Arena box office. For more info, 610-898-SHOW or log on to slpconcerts.com. Erasure. More at erasureinfo.com. Produced by SLP Concerts.
From the KUR calendar, we'd like to remind you the KU's award-winning electronic media department will unveil its new mobile broadcast vehicle Monday at 3 p.m. behind Schaefer Auditorium. Monsoon Mike says fall-like weather. From KUR News, I'm Mike Regensberger. Looking for that next step in your career? Choose a KU master's degree. Register online for our fall graduate information sessions for an in-depth look at specific master's programs, speak with professors, and learn about financial aid for continuing education. For more information on Kutztown University's graduate programs, visit kutztownmasters.com. That's kutztownmasters.com. Celebrate the opening of the 2014-15 KU Presents season September 17th with the swinging big band sound of Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. Seen during the Super Bowl halftime show, on Dancing with the Stars, on The Tonight Show, and featured in the hit movie Swingers, their Hepcat style and jump jive music will have you saying, "Go Daddy-O!" Performing hit songs Digga Digga Do, Minnie the Moocher, You and Me and the Bottle Makes Three tonight, You Won't Sit Still. Tickets are on sale now and are going quickly. Visit kupresents.org today.
Well, the sun is coming out here in western Pennsylvania after a long stretch of dreariness and rain. And the Golden Bears have a 20-13 lead at halftime. Matt Santos here along with Josh Leiboff, who has returned to the booth, and Pat Dietrich back in the studio as our producer and engineer as we bring you the second half of the 2014 opener of Kutztown University football on KUR. The Golden Bears leading Slippery Rock 20-13. Let's take a look at first half stats. First downs, 4 for Kutztown. I think I have the right ones here. Do I, Josh?
Halftime? No, that's your second quarter.
Second quarter stats. We need halftime.
There you go.
Stats. I'll tell you. Clear myself.
A lot to keep track of.
All right, here we go. 9 first downs for Kutztown, 12 for the Rock. Rushes for Kutztown, 21 for 38. Slippery Rock, 16 for 40. Passing yards, 112 for Kutztown, 143 for the Rock. Total offense, Kutztown, 36 plays, 150 yards. Slippery Rock, 40 for 183. Fumbles, Kutztown 2, none lost. Slippery Rock 2, 2 lost. Penalties, Kutztown 7 for 84. That's a lot in one half. Rock had 6 for 50. Possession time in favor of the Golden Bears, 17-41 to 12-19. Third down conversions, 2 of 9 for Kutztown, 1 of 8 for the Rock. Fourth down conversions, Slippery Rock was 0 of 1. In the red zone, the Rock was 3 for 4, and Kutztown did not get inside the red zone, believe it or not. They still lead 20-13. Individually for Slippery Rock rushing, Shamar Green leading the way, 10 carries for 55 yards along of 31. Through the air, Zach Newsock, 15 of 24, 143 yards, a touchdown along of 24. He threw 1 pick and was sacked once. Receiving for the Rock, Leroy McLean, 3 catches, 30 yards, and a touchdown. Jameer Dutrell, 3 for 20. Teddy Blakeman, 2 for 13. The punter, Andrew Huska, 4 punts for a 37.5-yard average. Punt returns, Drew Scales, 1 for 13. Kick returns, Brandon Akins, 2 for 55. Defensively for the Rock, Bob Vernick has 5 tackles, 4 unassisted to lead the way. For the Golden Bears, Darryl Scott leading the ground game, 8 carries for 31 yards. James Waugh Jr., 12 carries for 13 yards. Chad Barton through the air in his debut as the trigger man, 9 of 15 for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns along of 37. Nathan Hollander is the leading receiver, 4 catches for 24 yards. Kellen Williams, 2 for 27. Brett Fox, 1 for 37. No, I think that's incorrect. And we have had to correct the official stats here. The touchdown was caught by Anthony Kelly, 1 catch for 37 yards. That was a touchdown. Cody Reed, 1 for 24 yards. That was a touchdown. Punting, Andrew Deutsch, 6 punts, a 39.7 yards average, along of 53, 4 inside the 20. Cody Reed, 1 punt return for 2 yards. James Waugh on kick returns, 1 for 34. Defensively, Sam Dugan, 5 tackles to lead the way, 4 unassisted. Darrell Mintz, Ronnie Tomasetti, and Kirk Kenny with 3 apiece. Scoring in the first, Kutztown, Jarvis Cummings recovered a muffed, basically a drop punt snap in the end zone. That made it 6-0 Golden Bears after the missed extra point. That right now is haunting Kutztown a bit because they have just a 7-point lead. Cody Reed then scored with 3:46 to go in the first, a 24-yard pass from Chad Barton, 7-play, 57-yard drive. That made it 13-0 in the second. 13:38 to go. It was a 37-yard pass from Barton to Kelly. And then it was all Slippery Rock. Waynoskis, a 27-yard field goal with 12:05 to go in the half. Leroy McLean, a 19-yard pass from Newsock. 5-play, 35-yard drive, made it 20-10, and then with 35 seconds left, Waynoskis hit a 23-yard field goal to make it 20-13. And the Golden Bears looked good for the first 20 minutes. Josh, the last 10 they did not, and you have to hope that the coaching staff was able to get them settled down at the half.
Yeah, I mean, certainly a lot of, just mental mistakes that started coming through there in the latter part of the second quarter. Hopefully it's just, the first game jitters and the Golden Bears can get that taken care of. They still have a lead, and they still are in business in this game. They just need to buckle down and not let this one get away.
Golden Bears will get the ball first, and this kick goes into the end zone, and it will be brought out 10 15, 20, a seam 25, 30, and spun down across the 30-yard line is Nathan Hollander.
Nice return, good way to start for the Golden Bears to get this second half underway. And the Rock had some very, very good kickoffs there after their scores in the second quarter. The Golden Bears are not able to return several of them, and this one went into the end zone, but still a return, and Kutztown makes it work, getting it out past the 30.
You get some good pictures down there in the second quarter, Josh.
We'll see.
We will be adding those to the KUBears.com website with the end of the night story. 1st and 10 from the 31. Barton fires incomplete. Wow, he threw that one into traffic at the 32, and Slippery Rock was there defensively, and that could have gone 6 the other way.
Yeah, the receiver was there. It was 80, Nathan Hollander, but coverage there immediately to break it up. Wouldn't have been much of a gain had it been incomplete, had it been complete anyway.
2nd and 10 from the 31. Barton rolling to the far side. He throws. He completes it to Brett Fox. Fox up across the 40, close to a first down. Looks like he has it at the 42. And, Josh, after the weather we've had here, look at the sky to the west. The Golden Bears are moving from our right to our left toward that west end zone, and the sky is multiple colors as the sun is setting.
Beautiful sunset here tonight after all of the rain and dark clouds during the day. It's certainly turning into a nice night.
It's going to be a yard short. 3rd and 1 at the 40. Back split. Barton under center. He hands it off to look like Wad. He was spun down immediately. They cannot get anything going with Wad. He's just not getting any penetration on that line.
Yeah, I mean, Wad's a smaller back. He's only 5'6", 165. Interesting in that 3rd and 1 that you don't have the bigger back in Scott in as the run there when you're trying to pick up 1 yard.
Deutsch into punt. It's a bad snap. He takes it on the hop and gets a high wobbly kick away that's going to land and roll back inside the 20. A nice roll for Kutztown down to the 15, and that's where Slippery Rock will go back to work. 13:34 to go here in the third quarter. It is Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 13. A huge summer for Kutztown University and Kutztown football, Josh, and it's ironic that we're opening here in the western part of the state, just a few miles from the Ohio border, just an hour away to the west in Canton, Ohio this summer. It was the national spotlight for Kutztown University as Andre Reed was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Right, a great night for Kutztown and a great night, obviously, even more so for Andre Reed and his family getting enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, just the ultimate reward to cap his storied career. And what a deserving honor for the alum of Kutztown University. Is the first player from the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference from the state system here in Pennsylvania to earn enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Just a great night and a great time for everyone involved.
1st and 10, handoff up the middle to Green, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. And it's for those of you who were in Canton, and I know Kutztown had a nice contingent make that trip, as did I. The weather today is just almost a carbon copy of what we saw in Canton, just kind of rainy and dreary all day, and then the sun came out for the ceremony at night. Very similar to what we saw. Here's a complete pass that's going to result in a first down as the ball is taken up to the 29-yard line. It looked to be Nick Davis on the reception for Slippery Rock. First and 10 from the 29. Trips to the near side. Flags fly, and I'm not sure what it looked like some kind of a misdirection breakdown there by Slippery Rock.
A lot of sloppy penalties have started cropping up on both teams. Just kind of the early game, early season miscues, the false starts and offsides and encroachments and things like that. And you didn't see that in the beginning, but they've started now. And I think as the game goes on, whichever team has a better effort in cutting those penalties out may end up on top.
So 1st and 15 now for Slippery Rock. Here's a complete pass up to the 34-yard line as English PA throws the receiver out of bounds.
So Sean Tucker with the catch, and PA nice coverage there and wrapping him up right away. But a good pickup, picking up the penalty yardage and about 4 yards more after that for about a gain of 9 yards.
2nd and 6 from the 33. We're talking about Andre Reed. Tentatively, Andre Reed is scheduled to come back to be honored at Kutztown University for homecoming on October 18th. So as information becomes available on that, we will share it with you through the normal channels, KUBears.com, and here on our future broadcast. Here is a pass that's incomplete by Newsock as he rolls to the near side. And everyone was covered. Good coverage by the Golden Bears. 12:36 to go here in the third quarter. It's 20-13 Kutztown. A big 3rd and 6 coming up for the Rock. Trips to the near side. They'll stop, look over, and get the play from the near sideline. Slippery Rock. Wow. Here is a long pass that's complete as flags fly. Newsock was absolutely leveled as he got rid of the ball. This is a big completion to Scales, who takes it down inside the 40. This is going to be a 25-plus yard gain, but there is a flag on the play in the defensive backfield.
Slippery Rock players and fans applauding, so it must be against Kutztown. That flag was way far away from the play. Declined.
Newsock got throttled, Josh.
He really got hit. He never saw that pass get completed, that's for sure. But I'm sure he'll take his team's word for it.
Well, the Golden Bears gambled, and it did not pay off. It was just milliseconds close of being a sack for a big loss. 1st and 10, though, from the 37 of Kutztown. Newsock back, throws it, completes it over the middle to McLean on that crossing pattern. And the whistle did blow. He's down at the 26-yard line as English PA was there defensively. This is going to be a gain, though, of 11 and another 1st down. And suddenly things are clicking for Slippery Rock, and Kutztown does not have an answer.
The Newsock is getting his timing down, and he's making these easy passes.
Here's a barreling run up the right side and down the right sideline for a touchdown. Goes Teddy Blakeman. He broke several tackles. He leaped over several defenders and took it in for the Slippery Rock touchdown.
Very strong drive, methodical drive, getting down the field, making these passes and a nice barreling run, like you said, breaking tackles into the end zone. Tough run by Blakeman to get in there and score 6 points.
Here's the extra point attempt by Winoskis. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up. And it's good. 11:57 to go in the third quarter. And we are all knotted up at 20. It is Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 20. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
Plan your next overnight stay in the Kutztown area at the Hampton Inn Allentown. Located just 20 minutes east of Kutztown in Fogelsville, the Hampton Inn Allentown is the gateway to the KU campus. The Hampton Inn Allentown offers complimentary Wi-Fi and high-speed internet access and a free on-the-house hot breakfast. For reservations and information, call 610-391-1500 or visit HamptonInnAllentown.com. That's HamptonInnAllentown.com.
$11:57 to go here in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania in the third quarter. It is Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 20. And Josh, if you would have told Kutztown fans that it would be 20-20 with 12 minutes to go in the third quarter, they might have been a little bit surprised. But the way things have played out here, I'm sure that the coaching staff is not happy right now.
No, definitely. I mean, Kutztown had a big lead, and it's all disappeared completely. So now it's time to try to forget everything, all the bad things that happened, and realize that it's 2020. It's a brand new ball game. You've got the ball now. Try to put something together and get some of this momentum back.
Well, they're going to have it as Hollander kneels it in the end zone, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now, the one thing that just has not worked, and you know, I know you got to go with keep trying things maybe until they work. James Waugh has not really been effective running the ball, and maybe it's just because of the size of that Slippery Rock defensive line. I think they got to think of what they're going to do with those particular. Waugh is effective. We saw it last year, but tonight he just hasn't been able to get it done. There's a flare pass out to the far side, and that's going nowhere as the receivers wrapped up immediately.
The Slippery Rock defense is certainly playing downfield a little bit here in the second half. They've got their momentum. They've got their feet under them after Kutztown really exposed them in the first half, and now that just isn't there anymore.
So a gain of inches on first down. We're still going to call it 2nd and 10. Here is play action. Barton rolling to the far side, throws it out, incomplete, intended for Brett Fox at about the 40-yard line, but you want to avoid these 3rd and long situations. Kutztown finds itself in another 3rd and long.
Miscommunication there. I think Williams was also in the area. Kellen Williams, and he ran a hook, and Barton threw a post pattern up the field a little bit more and just wasn't there.
3rd and 10 from the 25. Back split behind Barton, who works out of the shotgun. Barton dropping back, stepping up into the pocket. He is going to be sacked. Gang tackled back at the 22-yard line, and Kutztown's offense is suddenly sputtering.
Well, it's exactly the way Slippery Rock's offense started in the first half. You know, the 3-and-outs, the nothing doing in the run game, and now Slippery Rock has the tables turned on Kutztown.
Andrew Deutsch back at his 8-yard line. High wobbly punt. Fair catch is called for. And this ball is just going to bounce as Scales decides not to field it. And Slippery Rock will have decent field position, 1st and 10 at its own 44-yard line. 10:39 to go. We are knotted up at 20. Kutztown and Slippery Rock, the 2014 season opener.
Good news there on Kutztown's defensive side. Zach Greenwald back in the game. He was injured in the first half. Spent most of the rest of the first half being tended to by the sports medicine staff, and then late in the first half, in the second quarter, he was walking around and talking about getting back in the game.
1st and 10 from the 44. Newsock, a lot of time. Now he's being pressured, and he throws it away, looking for Drew Scales on the near side, but Golden Bears finally got some pressure, and he had to get rid of it.
Well, he had a lot of time, but nothing there. Nice coverage in the backfield by Kutztown, but 97, Eric Condren, was the one who eventually got there and made Newsock throw it away.
2nd and 10. Here's a handoff, and barreling up the middle is Teddy Blakeman, and Blakeman takes it to midfield for a gain of about 6, maybe 7. Third and 3 from the Kutztown 49. Here's a handoff and wrapped up immediately in the backfield. Several Golden Bears are there. English PA actually came through on the, looked like a run blitz. And the running back, number 33, Julian Durden, was thrown for a loss, and Slippery Rock will have to punt. So a big stop for the Golden Bear defense.
Nice effort there by the defense to try to get off the field, force Slippery Rock to punt, and try to get the ball back in the hands of the Golden Bear offense.
Cody Reed is deep. He's standing back at his own 15. Was good to punt it away. He's back at his 33. Snap the punt. It's a high spiraling punt. Reed calls for a fair catch, and it is going to roll into the end zone.
excellent job by Reed there to fake out the gunners for Slippery Rock. He was up at about the 15-yard line calling for the fair catch, and 3 of the 4 gunners stopped where he was, and the ball sailed over his head and bounced at about the 2-yard line, and only one guy was there to try and keep it from going in, and he wasn't anywhere near it. So he did his job there on that one to fake it out and get the touchback.
That was a 53-yard punt that rolled another 20 yards out of the end zone.
Right.
1st and 10 Golden Bears at the 20. Barton working out of the shotgun. He'll drop back, throws it near side, and it's incomplete as it's batted away, intended for Cody Reed. There defensively for Slippery Rock was Austin Mealy.
A lot of contact on that play there, but no flags thrown. So what that translates to, if there's no flag, it's good defense.
The one thing I don't see is separation by the Golden Bear receivers so far. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Barton rolling near side. Steps, he fires it complete. Oh, it's incomplete. It should have been caught.
Around. He certainly had it right at the numbers, but he just could not grab it.
That was Brett Fox.
Fox, yeah. Usually sure-handed.
And he did get separation there. It was a little bit of a comeback on that far sideline, and it would have given Kutztown a second or a third and about 2.
Yeah, would have been 3rd and short. So tough break for the Golden Bears.
Golden Bears going with a tight formation here and a single back. Barton working out of the shotgun. He's back. It's being pressured. Now he throws out to the far sideline. Diving attempt. It's incomplete. No way on that one. Near the 1st down marker. The intended receiver tried to bring it in, but no luck.
Barton just hoping to get rid of that when he got that pressure late. Had to try and make something happen. He knew on 3rd down he had to try and get the 1st down, but didn't quite have a good angle to get that ball in play.
Fourth down, and Deutsch will punt again. Slippery Rock should get good field position out of this. But so far, in the worry you have here, Josh, in this 2020 game with 9:03 to go in the 3rd, is the defense is going to get tired eventually. And Kutztown just offensively keeps going 3 and out.
Yeah, right. It's, certainly becomes a worry, especially this early in the season. When, the players are still getting in their top game shape, they may not necessarily be there. So luckily it's a cooler night. It's not too terribly hot so that you don't have that type of worry normally that you might have in your first game of the season. But certainly, the defense needs to keep doing what they're doing, and the offense looks to find a way to get that momentum going that they had in the first quarter.
Well, I don't know what the situation is down there, but both teams are going to the sidelines.
Sort of issue with the clock, maybe. Not sure. The referee was looking up toward the press box.
Well, they're bringing them back out.
Now the teams are coming back out, and it seems like whatever it was is resolved.
And we talked about Kutztown having to come west twice in the first 3 weeks of the season. Slippery Rock has to go east the next 2 weeks. Another stoppage of play. Next week, Slippery Rock will go to East Stroudsburg for a night game at 6:05 p.m. And then they will be at Millersville the following week at 4 p.m. East Stroudsburg has lights now, I guess. 6:05 game.
Yeah, they've had lights for a while. I think everybody but Cheney in the conference has lights. Yeah.
Well, I know Kutztown plays up there during the day this year.
I don't think they play a lot of night football games. They play a lot of soccer games at night.
Here's a muff punt. And Scales, back at the 45, is alert enough to get back on it. But that could have been disaster for the Rock and a big break for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, it almost would have been a huge break there for Kutztown, but Cummings, Kutztown's defender there, the punt coverage, lost his feet right as the ball got away, so he was the only one that would have had a chance to get it. So Scales was easily able to drive back on it and keep possession for the Rock.
8:54 to go in the third quarter. Your score is Kutztown 20, Slippery Rock 20. The Golden Bears, if you just joined us, jumped out to a 20-0 lead, but since then the Rock has scored 20 unanswered points.
The issue may be a malfunction with 1st and 10 chains, as a secondary crew of chains just ran across the field. And they're setting up on the Kutztown side of the field, the far side of the main grandstand.
1st and 10 from the 44. And here is Green, near side, 45, 50. Finally tackled out of bounds after picking up a first down at the 45, gain of 11.
It's the reversal of the field there for Slippery Rock. I think they caught Kutztown napping a little bit on what they thought was the play, and it ended up being a reverse.
Newsock, incomplete, in and out of the hands of number 80. That's Marcus Carter, and that could have been picked off.
Also in and out of the hands of number 32, Sam Dugan. That hit him in the hands before he even knew what it was hitting him.
2nd and 10 from the Kutztown 45. Here is, that is not Green, is it? Number 23. That is Green, up the middle. And he'll pick up 2, maybe 3 yards. So another big third down for the KU defense. Trips to the far side. One receiver, Carter to the near side, working from the near hash. Newsock dropping back, looking for his safety valve. His safety valve is Green, who goes down the sideline, and he threw it behind him, incomplete down at the 30.
Well, the primary receiver on that play was Carter, and he was covered very well by PA, and there's a flag on the play.
Oh, my goodness.
Roughing the passer penalty again. A costly roughing the passer penalty here, just like at the end of that first half with a roughing the passer penalty. This one coming on 3rd down after an incomplete pass, and Slippery Rock would have had to punt, and now they're going to have a 1st and goal after the 1st and 10 after the penalty. What a terrible break for Kutztown. It must have happened pretty late because I didn't even see. My eyes had followed the ball to the receiver. And I was actually watching PA and Carter on that one too. PA, great defense. A tough break for Golden Bears because the secondary had great coverage and did what they needed to do to force the turnover on downs, or at least a punt. But now it's 1st down, Slippery Rock after the penalty.
At the 27 of Kutztown, flare pass out to the far side is incomplete. The thing is, Josh, certainly we've seen some more aggressive defense out of the Golden Bears the past 2 years, and I think that has paid off to an extent, but you also have to curb it a little bit in those situations. You got to know when to back off the quarterback. Those will kill you.
You got to be disciplined too, and it's the first game, so you're going to make some of those types of discipline mistakes.
Here's a pass that was in and out of the hands of the receiver, intended receiver, and the defender. The intended receiver, Marcus Carter, down at the 20.
And PA again locking up there. Nice defense by English PA to knock that away. He is one-on-one on Carter on this possession, and he got the better of him on that play.
Oh, everybody left too soon there. I'd imagine.
CFL with the guys running.
or arena football.
Arena, right? It's arena.
Both of them actually do that forward motion. It's a lead. It is against the Slippery Rock, the Rock, as they call themselves. It's just
Dutrell got about 15 yards into the backfield on that false start there.
He sure did. Trips to the far side on 3rd down and 15. Newsock throws to the near sideline, and it's incomplete, out of bounds down at the 21, and that's going to bring up an interesting 4th down call. It's either going to be a long field goal attempt, a long 4th down attempt, or do you try to pooch it and nail Kutztown back in the corner offensively? They haven't done anything. So
no kicking team out there yet. They've still got the offense out.
How about a quick kick by the quarterback?
I don't know, with their punter, with the leg he's got, I'd want to. If you're going to punt, you might as well bring him out.
Okay, it's 4th and 15 from the Kutztown 32, and they're going to try for it. Back to pass. Newsock goes. He completes it, or did he? Incomplete. It went through the arms of the intended receiver down at the 15. That was, again, Marcus Carter, and it looked like he had that for a split second.
He had it wide open, and it looked like he took a couple of steps with it. So a lucky break there for Kutztown. They'll take over on downs. They had the play they wanted. Newsock had the open receiver, hit him right in the hands, and the ball just went out of bounds.
Now, if you want to win this football game, Josh, here's a key. You got 7:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. Midway through the 3rd quarter, it's 20-20. A nice, long, sustained drive by the offense here has to give your defense a much-needed break to catch their breath and again, get the momentum going back in Kutztown's favor. Here we go, 1st down. Barton looking for the screen, has Waugh, 30. Cuts it back at the 35. He's wrapped up immediately. It almost looked like he hesitated a little bit too much there. But it will be a pickup before, which is as good as a nice run on 1st down.
I love that call right there. Slippery Rock was bringing the heat there on the blitz, and the Golden Bears played it well. It just didn't materialize as good as it could have. Waugh got the ball, and then, like you said, he kind of stutter-stepped and hesitated and didn't quite pick up the yards. And it looks like there's a penalty, perhaps?
Well, they're going back the other way. I didn't see the flag there, Josh, but clearly they are marching off.
The flag is coming from the end of the play, so there must have been something there at the end to bring it back. Perhaps a hold up at the end of the play where Waugh caught it and ran with it. So it's going to be about 1st and 16 or so, 1st and 17 maybe.
Trips to the far side. Barton will roll that way. He looks, he throws, he completes it. And it'll be a very short gain as Nathan Hollander is chased out of bounds.
Nice debut for Hollander. Got 6 catches so far.
2nd down and 12. The ball at the 30-yard line of the Golden Bears. Slot to the near side. Barton out of the shotgun. Fires it quickly. And it looks like it was completed to Kelly.
There's a flag on the ball was loose. It was incomplete. But there is a flag.
Okay.
I think there was contact before the ball got to Kelly.
There's a bullet by Barton, and he did hit Kelly.
I thought the ball might have gotten tipped on the way there, though, which would negate a pass interference call. But the chains are moving, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears after the penalty. No signal. Waiting for the referee to give the signal, but I guess both teams know what it is. It's 1st and 10. Kutztown at the 41.
Yeah. Barton dropping back. He's being pressured. Now gets away, throws it incomplete up at the 40-yard line, short of his intended receiver.
Barton, a nice job at stepping forward on that one, but not able to get enough underneath that ball to get it safely to his receiver. Luckily, it was not thrown in a place that it could have been intercepted because it was a little bit of a wobbler.
2nd down and 10 from the Kutztown 41. Barton with 2 backs split on either side will dump it back on the near side to Waugh, and Waugh cannot get anything going as he's thrown for a loss of about 2 yards.
Slippery Rock was just kind of daring him to throw it out there into the flat and use that safety valve. They let him open, and they caught up to him easily in time to tackle him well behind the line of scrimmage for about a 2-yard loss.
3rd down and 11 from the 39. Double wing. Barton out of the shotgun. He drops back, steps up, fires out, and diving and making, it looks like he made the catch, but well short of the first down at the 45-yard line was once again Nathan Hollander. And it will be complete at the 45 and bring up a 4th down. So Kutztown did move the ball up the field a bit, and hopefully, at the very least, they can get some field position advantage here if Deutsch can get off a decent punt. Drew Scales is deep, back at his 25. Here's the punt by Deutsch. It's a high, wobbly punt. Fair catch is called for back at the 20, and that's where Slippery Rock will go back to work. 5:18 to go. It's 20 apiece. It was all Kutztown early on, then it was all Slippery Rock, and so far neither team has really established itself here in the 3rd quarter. I think the one thing that I haven't seen from the Kutztown offense yet, Josh, is any kind of passing game over the middle.
No, certainly all of the passes seem to be on the outside because Golden Bears aren't really trying that over the middle. Definitely on the outside.
Here is a quick snap to Scales, who takes it around the far side.
Need Andre Reed for those over-the-middle passes.
That's right. Scales with a nice gain of 8 yards. 2nd and 2 from the 28. There's a quick handoff near side to Green. Flag flies as Green gets the first down, but Nieves went low on him and knocked him out of bounds at about the 33. The penalty is in the Slippery Rock backfield.
A hold or a block in the back here. Illegal block on Slippery Rock. So it'll negate a nice run. Nice catch and run for Slippery Rock and back them back up.
Well, the Golden Bears forced some turnovers early, Josh. A turnover here would be huge. 4:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. We are tied at 20. 2nd and 11 from the Slippery Rock 19-yard line. Newsock out of the shotgun with an empty backfield. He drops back, fires it quickly, looking for Scales, who tried to go back for it at the 35, but it's incomplete. He underthrew him. Quick release on that one by Newsock. So here we go, a big 3rd down. 3rd and 11 for Slippery Rock. At the 19, trips to the near side, one receiver to the far side. Sole setback is Teddy Blakeman. He's on the left side of Newsock as Slippery Rock works from the far hash. Newsock back to pass, good pressure. He dumps it off on the far side, complete, but way short of the first down. At the 20-yard line is the running back, Blakeman, and Slippery Rock will have to punt.
So the teams are just trading punts here, possessions and short possessions and punts. So neither team seems to really have an advantage here after Slippery Rock tied to score. It's really been just both teams' offensive sputtering. But the Golden Bears should, if everything works out the way it should, have pretty good field position here.
Cody Reed is deep. Here comes the pressure, but the punt is a high wobbler. Reed takes it and falls on his butt back at the 37-yard line. Decent field position for the Golden Bears, but they have to get something going.
Yeah, now's the time. You know, with 3:42 left in the 3rd, we said it the last time, and they were able to get a first down and move it a little bit and hopefully they can build on that here and get something going. And like you said, maybe they can start working over the middle of the field and try and open up some different places and test these defenders a little bit.
Kutztown's last score came at the 13:38 mark of the second quarter. Here we go now. Double wing, 1st and 10 from the 37. Working out of the shotgun from the far hash is Barton. Scott is the sole setback. Barton rolling near side, fires it over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Cody Reed, and there was that over the middle pass.
Got to it right there, and just a nice defensive play. It looks like it was 91, Joe Phillips. Got a hand on that one. A defensive lineman back in pass coverage.
Double wing again. 2nd and 10. Scott is in the backfield. Barton fires it out complete. And another short gain, this time for Nathan Hollander.
So it'll be a 3rd and 5. Bit of a better, more manageable 3rd down conversion attempt coming up here than Kutztown's had.
Double wing again. Scott is the sole setback. On 3rd and 5 from the 42, Barton takes a snap. He's dropping, being pressured. He tucks the ball, scrambling, and flags fly all over the place as he's brought down for a loss of about 6 yards.
Slippery Rock really bringing the pressure there. Personal foul, a face mask, yeah, against Slippery Rock. So the Golden Bears on a break there. With the face mask penalty, it'll make it a 1st down for Kutztown, 15-yarder. One of the Rock defenders trying to bring Barton down in the backfield must have gotten his face mask in the scramble there. There were several flags thrown. A few of the officials saw it. So Kutztown in business now over midfield. First, the penalty yardage all the way to the Slippery Rock 43-yard line.
1st and 10, Golden Bears. 2:54 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We are still knotted at 20 in the 2014 season opener for Kutztown University football. The first of 6 road games, all of them right here on KUR throughout the 2014 season. The home games will be televised by the KU Electronic Media Department, KU TV. And those telecasts will be carried throughout southeastern Pennsylvania on PBS 39, WLVT out of the Lehigh Valley, as well as on the internet. You'll be able to watch KU football at home. Mike and Mike bringing you all the action. Here's a flare pass complete and upended on the far side is Kelly. A flag flies on the near side.
The line judge threw it on this side in front of the Slippery Rock bench. Probably some sort of formation issue. Illegal formation, legal motion, same signal.
Well, there's no question they're going to
be declined. So Kelly's catch was right at the line of scrimmage. No gains. Will be 2nd and 10.
That makes sense. It's definitely a first game of the year.
Yeah,
this
has got a lot of these
sloppy
the penalties that you just see because the teams just aren't quite gelled yet.
2nd and 10 from the 43. No preseason in college football. So Barton, play action, back to pass, fires over the middle. Leaping is Cody Reed, incomplete into quadruple coverage maybe?
There were definitely 3 there. But Reed still got a hand on it. But a nice defensive effort there by Slippery Rock's players to knock that one down, and Kutztown lucky it wasn't intercepted and run back the other way.
Yeah, the good thing is at least they're trying the middle, Josh. That's what I talked about. And, make them think you're going to use all parts of the field, and Kutztown's showing that here.
Yeah, well, if you know that the team's not going to attack a certain part of the field, you don't need to defend it.
3rd and 10 from the 43. Barton back with time, looking, firing, complete over the middle. Brett Fox down inside the 30, fumbles it, Down inside the 25, flag flies. It's Kutztown's ball.
Got the ball, but we'll see what's going on here. And I think Fox is hurt.
Fox is down.
He got clocked on that play, and that's why the ball popped out.
Coordinator of sports medicine Rennie Sacco and the staff out there along with head coach Jim Clements. Did we get a call on the flag yet, Josh?
I
targeting?
Didn't see. Maybe well.
I mean, it could have been.
I mean, it could have. I think
hit.
my thinking was a helmet to helmet, or leading with the helmet type of play, because he really did get hit hard, and that's when the flag. After that hit is when the flag got thrown.
And Fox is trying to lift his head. It looks like they're going to sit him up. He just got either the wind knocked out of him or really clocked, and I'm curious to see the way he was hit, what they call here on this penalty. Now, there you go. There's your big receiver over the middle, Josh.
Yeah.
And Fox is a clear threat.
Yeah, and that's the thing about going over the middle, Matt, is your receivers become vulnerable.
It's easy for me to say sitting up here. Oh, boy.
They're helping him off the field. It looks like favoring a leg.
The officials having another conference.
So the ball is currently spotted at the 22-yard line, which is about where the ball was, where the fumble was recovered.
Fox is being helped to the trainer's table on the far side. Still don't know what the penalty was. No idea. 3rd and 10 from the 43. I'm sorry. Correction, they haven't updated it. It's 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line of Slippery Rock. Barton dropping back. Barton firing complete far side down to the 15-yard line.
Well, here's the drive that you were asking for, Matt. The first downs, moving the chains, keeping the defense off the field. And now you've got a nice pickup on first down, a 2nd and 3 coming up from about the 15-yard line.
Kellen Williams, the receiver on that last play. Barton with an empty backfield now on 2nd and 2. He's going to go for the end zone near side, leaping incomplete off the outstretched fingertips of Anthony Kelly. So why not on 2nd and 2 go for it all, Josh?
Yeah, you got to try and go put it into the end zone and see if you can get 6 points here. So if you're on 2nd and short, you've got a nice matchup on the outside here with Kelly, a big receiver on the outside, trying to throw it up the flare out into the corner. But it just wasn't quite the right touch.
3rd and 2. 5 receiver set, trips to the near side. Quarterback draw, Barton up the middle. It looks like he has the first down. Nice call.
We'll see where the spot is. Nice effort on that play and a nice call. Defense spread out with your receivers out, and Barton, a nice effort. He got hit. His first contact wouldn't have gotten the first down, but he kept running and fell forward and moved the chains. There they go, first down, 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Or the 12, 11, somewhere around there.
Scott is in the game. Darryl Scott, he's lined up to the left side of Chad Barton. Motion now. We don't see that often from the Golden Bears here in the opener. Here's an incomplete pass on the near side intended for number 82, Kellen Williams.
Barton came up you can see the grimace almost from up here. He knew that he had the receiver open. He just didn't quite get the right touch on the ball. But that was an interesting play there with the motion coming toward that play, and the Golden Bears loading it up on that side of the field.
Near side on 2nd and 10 from the 11. Scott is the sole setback. Kutztown working from the far hash. Barton dropping back, throwing near side for the end zone over the outstretched arms. He had Cody Reed, had a couple steps on the defender. He just overthrew him, Josh.
Barton knows it, too. He knows he had him.
Wow. 3rd and 10. Kutztown certainly in field goal range here. And you would think that they'll try a field goal to take the lead in a 2020 game, but let's see. They certainly would like to come away with 6.
6 points looks a lot better on the board than 3. So certainly Kutztown hoping to get that touchdown call here.
Here we go. Double wing. Barton dropping back. Flares it out on the near side, complete. 10 and forced out of bounds at about the 7-yard line was the receiver on the far side. Looked like Williams again, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The ball will be at the 8-yard line, so it's 4th and 7. First down marker is at the 1, and we'll see the field goal unit coming on here. So Deutsch, who missed an extra point early, is going to be tested from just a little bit further from extra point range, and he's also on the far hash mark.
4 of 7 last year, a long of 36 was Andrew Deutsch. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is long enough. It's high enough. It's no good. Wide right.
And that was the hash mark that Deutsch was on. It was spotted on the far hash mark, and it went wide on that side. So he just did not get the angle right back toward the uprights. But it was certainly high enough and long enough. Is not accurate.
Well, a missed extra point and a missed field goal. There's 4 points left out there, Josh. Instead of being 24-20 right now, you've got a 20-20 ball game with 23 seconds left in the third quarter. I don't know, to be honest, who else the Golden Bears have. They have a gentleman by the name of Alex Rosenfeld, a freshman, listed second on the depth chart. Here is a big gain for Slippery Rock up the near side by Drew Scales, who takes it for 25 yards.
Big first down play there for Slippery Rock, getting it out toward midfield.
1st and 10 from the 44. Here is Green, and Green is wrapped up. He's thrown for a loss, and that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter of play left. We are knotted up at 20, fans. Keep it tuned right here. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
For the crunchiest, tastiest pretzels you will ever experience, try Unique, the original split-open pretzel since 1921. While baking, Unique pretzels split open into deep cracks and crevices, giving them the most wonderful flavor you will ever taste. Family owned for 6 generations and shipped throughout the world from Reading, Unique's rich caramel color and crunchy texture will keep your hand reaching back into the bag for more. Unique, the official pretzel of Kutztown University Athletics. For more information, visit uniquesplits.com.
15 minutes to go in regulation, the start of the fourth quarter in the 2014 opener here in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. It's been a back and forth game here, one team in control, then the other, and then just a third quarter where no one really wanted to take control. A lot of missed opportunities. Matt Santos here along with Josh Leiboff live from Mahalik-Thompson Stadium. Slippery Rock with the ball and a 2nd and 11 at its own 43. Newsock back, completes it at the 49 into Kutztown territory. The 45 to the 40 goes Tayshawn Tucker, and Tayshawn Tucker has Slippery Rock in business.
Nice run after the catch there for Tucker, picking up a bunch of yards after he caught it, giving Slippery Rock the ball in Kutztown territory.
Total offense, Kutztown with 224 yards through 3 quarters. The Rock with 323. Newsock, before that completion, was 21 of 39 for 233 yards and a touchdown. Chad Barton, 20 of 36 for 187 yards and 2 touchdowns. Newsock out of the shotgun, fires it out on the right side and completes it at the 31-yard line. Gain of 7. The receiver was Drew Scales.
Nice job holding on to that ball there. Is good coverage by the Golden Bears, but Scales was able to haul it in and pick up the positive yardage.
Here is play action.
That's
and
behind the line of scrimmage.
Incomplete pass. That's actually a fumble.
A backward throw that hits the ground. Scales running after it is not a lot of effort as it squirts out of bounds, which luckily for Slippery Rock it goes out of bounds. Kutztown trying to get there and pick it up, but it'll be a big loss on that play.
Back to the 41-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 13. Green now the sole setback. Trips to the far side. Here in the 4th quarter, Slippery Rock moving from our right to our left toward the west end zone. Working from the near hash. Newsock back, completes it on the near side, and thrown out of bounds at the 34-yard line, well short of the first down, is Tyshawn Tucker. This will be an interesting 4th down call for Slippery Rock.
PA on the coverage there. So it's 4th and about 6 for Slippery Rock at their 33-yard line. They're going for it.
Trips to the far side, working from the near hash. The sole receiver on the near side is Tucker. 20-20, 4th down and 5. Newsock fires behind his intended receiver and flags fly. This is obviously going to be, I'm guessing, against the Golden Bears, Josh.
Yeah, probably defensive holding. A lot of contact there in the secondary. Not sure all that contact was necessary, though, because it wasn't a well-thrown ball.
Well, Kutztown has certainly had its share of undisciplined play here in this opener, but maybe the bigger issue for Kutztown is the injury bug. Clearly, Michael Gallagher on defense left early. He hasn't been back. Brett Fox was helped off the field. Don't know what his status is, but Slippery Rock now threatening 1st and 10 from the Kutztown 23-yard line. Newsock firing over the middle. He completes it, turning around and diving down at the 1-yard line is Jameer Dutrell. Going to be 1st and goal.
Dutrell's a player we haven't heard a lot from tonight, but he comes up big there for Slippery Rock, and the Rock is in business. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Oh, fumble ball. Fumbled snap, and that's Newsock who falls on it back around the 8-yard line.
Another issue with the snap. Kutztown had a few of those in the 2nd quarter, and now Slippery Rock has it on the shotgun snaps. Again, another early season miscue. Teams just not quite in sync with each other.
Green is in on 2nd and goal from the 8. And it'll be Green who takes it down to about the 6, maybe the 5-yard line, a gain of 3, and it's going to be a big 3rd down here. "12 minutes to go. We are tied at 20. Teddy Blakeman is in the backfield next to Newsock. Play action. He drops back, throws, incomplete. He had a man wide open.
He was wide open. That's Malik Ford, who is just hanging his head in shame a little bit here, as he knows he had an easy touchdown, but he couldn't come up with it, and Slippery Rock will try a field goal.
Right on the goal line. This will be another chip shot attempt from about 22 yards out. Winoskis, snap, the hold, the kick, it's up, and it's good. And Slippery Rock has its first lead of the ball game. 11:37 to go in regulation. Your score is Slippery Rock 23, Kutztown 20. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
Kutztown University football on KUR is brought to you by the KU Student Bookstore. Get your official KU gear at the new KU campus store online at www.kubstore.com. We are your source for everything KU. By the John Monahan Realtors Group of Kutztown, providing the best real estate services in the surrounding area. Make your move with Monahan. And by East Penn, the home of Deca Battery in Lyon Station. Passion for power, that's East Penn Manufacturing.
11:37 to go, a chip shot field goal for Slippery Rock by Mike Winoskis. And the Rock has its first lead of the evening, 23-20. Kutztown plagued by penalties, by injuries, but they're very much in this ball game. Anything can happen. And I think if you would have told the Golden Bears that before this ball game, they take this position. Here is a return up the near side, up over the 25, up over the 30, and that is number 80 for the Golden Bears, who's had quite a busy evening, Nathan Hollander out of Clark Summit. But Kutztown will have decent field position, and they get down this time, Josh. They got to get points. They left the points out there last time, and they're going to shake their heads all the way home if they don't come away with a win here.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly would be a heartbreaking loss here if the Golden Bears can't turn something around here after having a 20-0 lead, now trailing 23-20. But plenty of time for Kutztown, and they're coming off a possession where their offense moved the ball. So let's see if they can keep it going.
The Golden Bears, clad in the white jerseys and gold pants and gold helmets with maroon trim, moving from left to right on your radio dial. Here's a little flare pass out on the left side that's going to result in a decent gain for James Waugh.
And that's where Waugh's really going to be effective, is out on the flat, get him out from all the big guys in the middle, see if he can make something happen. And they've been trying it, but that's really the first time that I can remember that he was able to pick up a good amount of positive yards. And now you've got 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line, which is a great position to be in for your offense.
Gain of 9. And certainly you could gamble a little bit here on 2nd and 1, but I think you just want to keep moving it down the field if you're Kutztown. Backs are split behind Barton. Oh, flags on the play before the play even moves here. It's going to be a illegal motion against the Golden Bears. Scott was barreling for that hole. And, honestly, Darryl Scott has not been used a lot here in the second half either, Josh.
Right. It wasn't, he hasn't been, his number hasn't been called, but the Golden Bears haven't been running the ball a lot either. I'd like to see Barton test this matchup here on the near side between Anthony Kelly at 6'3" and the defender, number 24, Chris Williams, at 5'11".
Why not? It's worked once, Josh.
And it's a one-on-one coverage out here.
It certainly is. Barton dropping back, going deep down the far side, and the pass is off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Nathan Hollander.
He had him.
He did. He absolutely did.
Not quite making the connection.
So now we have a 3rd down and 6 from the 39-yard line of the Golden Bears. 10-12 to go. 23-20 Slippery Rock. Trips to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Empty backfield here for Chad Barton. He takes the shotgun snap. Dropping back. He fires. It's picked off at the 44-yard line. Right into the hands of the defender. And it goes back inside the 40 to the 37, and Slippery Rock's in business.
Never saw him. Cody Reed was the intended receiver, and he was coming in toward the middle of the field. And Barton with a zip on that throw, very fast throw, just went right into the arms of the waiting defender, and it's an interception. The Slippery Rock takes over inside Kutztown territory.
Well, they're going to place it at the at the 44-yard line, so they must have called the defender down back there. And that's where Slippery Rock will go back to work with 10:05 to go, up by 3. And a chance really to open it up here. Lusak has it batted away as he throws out to the far side, incomplete.
Bush PA on the coverage there. It was Mealy on that interception for Slippery Rock, giving the Rock the ball. PA has been playing very well tonight for the Golden Bears. He has 7 tackles.
Newsock throws it incomplete over the middle. He was looking for that's actually Drew Scales, in and out of his hands down at the 36-yard line. Right on target, but a little too hard. So now here you have a 3rd and 10. And Kutztown, again, needing to come up with a stop defensively. Double wing. Green is the sole setback as Slippery Rock works from the far hash. Newsock back, a lot of time, rolling to the far side, throws it away.
He really didn't need to throw that away there, especially on 3rd down. I think he thought the pressure was a little closer than it was. So a break there for the Golden Bears. Nice coverage by Kutztown down in the defensive secondary, not allowing any receivers to get open.
Punter Andrew Huska comes in, standing back at his own 42. Cody Reed is deep for the Golden Bears. He'll be back at his 10. Nice pressure, but he gets the punt away. High end-over-end punt. Cody Reed calls for a fair catch at about the 17-yard line, and that's where the Golden Bears will go back to work. 9:39 to go in regulation. It is 23-20 Slippery Rock. The Golden Bears still very much in this ball game, Josh, but they got to get momentum back on their side.
Well, they haven't scored in a long time, and it's every second that goes off, it just makes it even longer. Kutztown's last score coming with 13:38 to play in the second quarter. It was that touchdown catch by Kelly from Barton to make it 20-0. Since then, it's been all Slippery Rock. But lately, a little bit of life in this Kutztown offense, and we'll see if they can keep it going or get it going instead.
Oh, the snap is bobbled by Barton. Rolls near side, being pressured, throws it away, incomplete, off the outstretched fingertips of his intended receiver. That looks to be number 23, Darrell Scott, the running back.
Kutztown working out of that shotgun, and there have been a few instances where the snaps haven't been to Barton's hands. In fact, they've been up at his helmet. And that one, he was lucky to be able to knock up into the air and get it and be able to try to make something happen after it. But the timing of the play is just off when that happens.
Empty backfield, 5 receivers, 3 to the near side. Barton back, being pressured, throws, fires it complete over the middle, up at the 35, up to the 40, and finally spun down after a nice gain. The Golden Bears again finding some success over the middle.
Well, and also Barton is challenging on this side of the field on that play, and it seems like that's where he's had a little bit more success.
On the reception for the Golden Bears, I think was David Peterson, Josh. Barton throwing down the far sideline, leaping.
No catch.
No,
complete.
He had a shot at
nice
it.
Try.
The receiver's hurt. Just had the wind knocked out of him, being helped up.
He had to jump up over the defender and try to make that grab, and couldn't quite make it. Might have landed awkwardly, but he's back up, and he hasn't.
Kellen Williams.
Yeah, he's not leaving the field, so that's good news.
2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. 9 minutes to go now. Kutztown trailing by 3. Trips to the near side. Barton dropping back, firing over the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands of Cody Reed. Hit him in the breadbasket down at the 40. He should have had that and maybe 6.
That That was Barton, perhaps his best throw of the night.
Absolutely.
I mean, right on the money, right in stride, hit him in the hands, and Reed just didn't. He started running with it before he caught it.
Wow.
Tough break for the Golden Bears, because that could have been 6, and it definitely would have been a first down and much more.
And Cody Reed is certainly your playmaker, so not typical of Cody. 3rd and 10 from the 40. Double wing. Barton being pressured. He's being chased, wrapped up and sacked. He's being sacked back at the 27-yard line. And just like that, the Golden Bears will have to boot it away. They could have been right now staring at the lead. Instead, they got to boot it away.
Yeah, what a change of events in just a few short seconds in 2 plays. You go from definitely being in Slippery Rock territory with a first down to punting the ball away, just like that.
Scales is deep. Deutsch, a high wobbly punt. Fair catch is called for back at the 34-yard line. 8:13 to go. Your score is Slippery Rock 23, Kutztown 20. And despite the miscues, the Golden Bears are still very much in this football game, which if I had told a lot of the Golden Bear faithful that it would be 23-20 with 8:13 to go in the fourth quarter, they might have called me nuts. But here's Kutztown in this game, under their first game under a new head coach against the defending PSAC West champions.
Yeah, I mean, you're going against a team that beat you by 48 points last year and won the PSAC West. You certainly want to get a victory here because of the way it is, but this game is certainly within reach.
First and 10 from the 34. It's Green around the right side. He's chased down by Dugan.
We'll see if Slippery Rock starts going into clock eating mode here, keeping the clock moving with a 3-point lead. No huddle still.
2nd and 2. Here's Green with a big hole and daylight. 40, 30, 20, 10. You could have driven a truck through that hole, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely, he was not touched by anyone on the outside of the ball, just completely undeterred into the end zone. Huge hole, a nice play, a counter. Got everyone moving the one way, and he was off the other, and just nothing but daylight. Well, like you said, not necessarily daylight, but nothing but green field and the end zone in front of him.
57 yards for the touchdown. The extra point to come. And it is now a 2-score game. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. 7:35 to go in regulation here in the fourth quarter. Your score is Slippery Rock 30, Kutztown 20. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
Show your maroon and gold pride. Be sure to check out Kutztown Athletics apparel across various outlets in Lehigh and Berks counties. KU Golden Bears gear can now be purchased at Walmart in Temple and Boscov's in Berks County and the Lehigh Valley. Also, Kutztown gear is available at the official headquarters for KU Gear, the KU Student Bookstore located on the scenic KU campus. Make sure to stock up on your maroon and gold apparel this fall and be ready for the new year.
A 57-yard run by all Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference back Shamar Green gives Slippery Rock a 30-20 lead with 7:35 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Golden Bears will be home next Saturday, 1:05 p.m. at University Field against Indiana, PA. All of the games up until the finale will count in the PSAC standings. So come on out to University Field for Community Day next Saturday. Here is a wobbly kick that'll be fielded back at the 5-yard line by Nathan Hollander. And Hollander brings it up over the 20 to about the 23-yard line.
Well, the Golden Bears need to try and make something happen here. 7.5 minutes to go, so still plenty of time, and now you're looking at a 10-point deficit. So this offense, which has been silent since the beginning of the second quarter, it's now or never for them. You don't have any more opportunities after this one because you need two scores.
Certainly, and The Golden Bears have left some points out there as well. This could be a one-score game, but right now they've got to make a lot happen in the last 7:29. 5 receivers, 3 to the near side as Kutztown works from the far hash. 1st and 10 from its own 23-yard line. Barton drops back down the far sideline, completes it midfield. A nice running catch by Cody Reed, who takes it in to Slippery Rock territory, and maybe the nicest pass completion run combo of the day there.
Yeah,
Josh.
Nice job there by Reed to haul that one in and catch it, and unfortunately not able to stay on his feet, but still a nice pickup into Slippery Rock territory.
Empty backfield again from the far hash. Trips to the near side. 1st and 10 from the 48. And we have a stoppage of play. I don't see a flag.
No signal yet. Looks like they're resetting the play clock. Maybe there was an issue with the play clock on that one.
Well, that definitely doesn't work. I don't think works to Kutztown's advantage, Josh.
No, it just slowed it down and let Slippery Rock get their defense settled.
Yeah, and Slippery Rock's defense has to be tired too. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 48. Barton being pressured. He's tripped up and sacked.
He's tripped up there by Marcus Martin, defensive end. Knocked his heel into the other one to make him trip. Kind of reached out, and I think he might have just barely got him with his fingers. Enough to bring him down.
2nd and 17 from the 45-yard line. 6:24 and counting. Kutztown trailing by 10. Here's a flare pass. Waugh on the far side. 45, 40, 1st down and more. James Waugh, and as you said, Josh, he is dangerous on the outside.
Well, that's exactly where you want him to be. Let him use that speed, his moves. He's putting the stutter steps on and making defenders miss. And the big defensive linemen in the middle, they don't care about all that speed. They're just going to stop you. So get him out in the middle, out in the flats, and let him try to make something happen. And that's exactly what happened.
1st and 10 at the 38. Empty backfield again for Barton. Chad Barton barking out the signals, drops back, fires over the middle, completes it to Cody Reed inside the 20. Where has this been?
Brought down by Mealy, but not before a big 1st down, and the Golden Bears in the red zone here at the 15, and this is the offense that we've been looking for all evening.
Here's maybe where you look at this matchup on the near side, Josh. We got you got a breakdown.
Slippery Rock's defense is certainly not set there.
And a leaping catch. No, incomplete. Kelly, good job by Barton. He saw they had 2-on-1 here on the near side.
Slippery Rock was slow in recognizing where Kutztown's receivers were lined up, and Barton recognized it and threw there, but the defender that was there was able to get enough pressure on the ball and knock it away.
I think Kelly believes he should have had it. 2nd and 10 from the Slippery Rock 16-yard line. 5:23 to go. Kutztown trailing by 10. Desperately needing to score here. Empty backfield. Barton throwing far side. Leap ball. Incomplete. It was Williams, number 82. Kellen Williams, and now you have a big 3rd down. Now Kutztown, again, needing 2 scores, has to at least get a field goal out of this. But getting 6 would be much more comfortable. Empty backfield, 3rd and 10 from the 16. Barton takes the snap, drops back, fires it underneath. It's complete down at the 10-yard line. I think you got to kick the field goal, Josh.
Well, your field goal kicker is coming on, and he's on the other hash mark, so won't necessarily be in the same situation earlier where he was on the same hash mark as his. He's on the left side this time rather than being on the right side, so we'll see if that makes a difference.
28-yard attempt by Andrew Deutsch, a must-make here. The snap, the hold, the kick, long enough, high enough. No good. No good. And that may do it, folks. Barring some kind of miracle, Kutztown in its kicking game, leaving 7 points out there on the field, a mixed extra point and 2 missed chip shot field goals. Instead of being a 30-27 game right now, it's 30-20.
And that's a tough. You feel your heart breaks for the kicker because he's got that leg. He's got enough leg, but he's just not accurate enough to. At least he's not accurate enough tonight to get through the uprights. That one, I believe, was wide right again, even though he was on the left hash mark. I think he just angled it a little bit too far to the right, trying to compensate for it.
Yeah, I mean, it is certainly a team effort, but the Golden Bears need to figure out how to click on all cylinders as they move into the season here. 1st and 10 from the 20, flare out to the near side. Interesting that Slippery Rock would pass there.
At this point, you got to figure Slippery Rock's going to be looking to try and get some time off the clock, but the spread offense, no huddle, that's just not what they do.
As I said, the Golden Bears do have a freshman, Alex Rosenfeld, listed as the backup kicker, so I don't know what their options are here. Deutsch has certainly done a great job, by the way, punting today, and he's been fairly solid on kickoffs, and they haven't provided great kickoff coverage. Here's a run to the right side that is going to gain a yard or so, Teddy Blakeman. But Kutztown has to figure that out, Josh. That's going to cost them.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a solid kicking game if you want to win ball games, and this is one that could be a lot closer right now if you converted the points that you have in the kicking game. We'd be talking about a 30-27 game at this point. Instead, we're talking 30-20, and the Golden Bears are in desperation mode.
3:52, the clock running on 3rd and 10. They're going to hand it off again. Here's Blakeman. And Kutztown stacks him up after no gain, so Kutztown will get the ball back. The Golden Bears do have 3 timeouts. It looks like we have an injury timeout down on the field. Looks like a Kutztown player.
A couple of players are on the field, too, as one of the Slippery Rocks players was down and now up.
That's Dugan. He gets up and favoring his arm as he walks off the field. So 3:40 to go. Kutztown with 3 timeouts, but you got to figure out somehow how to get 10 points out of that.
Well, you love the offense, the way that they moved down the field on that last possession. It just kind of sputtered at the end when you're in the red zone. But if they can put together that type of quick hit plays and try to figure and get a way to get into the end zone, there's still time, but you're not going to be able to take a lot of time. 3 minutes and 40 seconds, you got to figure out a way to get 2 possessions at the least.
And a part of that is likely, Josh, an extra point and a field goal. It could be, which the Kutztown has clearly struggled with. The injured Slippery Rock player being helped off, number 72, Corey Tucker. Maybe somehow here you can block this punt. I mean, we saw Slippery Rock have trouble and Kutztown get pressure on the punt earlier. That could definitely make it interesting. Or if somehow Cody Reed could break one, the sooner Kutztown could score with 3:40 to go down by 10, the better.
I mean, when it's been nothing but fair catch punts here this evening for Slippery Rock after that one that they muffed and Kutztown got a touchdown out of it.
Buska gets it away. It's a wobbly kick. Cody Reed fields it at the 49 of Kutztown, takes it into Slippery Rock territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 Kutztown at the 45 with 3:20 to go. So again, because of the 3 and out, Kutztown still has a little bit of life, but you got to figure Kutztown quickly needs to get in scoring range, get those points on the board. They still have 3 timeouts, so whether or not they'll need an onside kick remains to be seen. But don't go away just yet. Still a little bit of life left.
Well, the Golden Bears showed on that last possession that they can move the ball quickly when they're firing on all cylinders.
Working from the near hash, trips to the near side while the sole setback. Barton dropping back. Barton fires incomplete on the near side, intended for Nathan Hollander. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Clock stops. 3:15 to play.
Brett Fox left with an injury earlier in this half. He has not returned. Double wing. Was the sole setback. Barton dropping back, fires incomplete. Threw it underneath the outstretched arms of his intended receiver, Kellen Williams. So 3rd and 10 now, 3:11 to go. The Golden Bears, and obviously in 4-down territory here, the ball at the Slippery Rock 45. Got the sole setback. Trips to the far side. Barton back. Barton looking. Barton's ball is tipped and incomplete. Trying to fire it over the middle for Cody Reed.
Yeah, Reed was open too. It's a bad break for the Golden Bears, and 4th down. Golden Bears have no choice but to go for it here.
Still with 3 timeouts, but 3:06 to go. Kutztown desperately needing to convert, getting that ball beyond the Slippery Rock 35-yard line. Kutztown will go with a double wing. Scott as the sole setback. Barton dropping back, good pressure. He throws, off the outstretched fingertips of Nathan Hollander, incomplete. There's a flag on the play, and this could work in Kutztown's favor. Let's see. It is. It's a
pass interference call, another one, and there have been several of those.
Roughing the passer, I believe, John.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, roughing the passer. So another late hit by a defender, and Kutztown has had a couple of those, and this one goes against Slippery Rock, so a huge break, and the game stays alive for the Golden Bears. It'll be 1st down at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 30. 3 minutes to go. The Golden Bears trailing by 10, 30-20. Back split now behind Barton. Slot to the far side. Barton dropping. He's being pressured. Wrapped up, sacked. Ball is loose.
Fumble, and Kutztown comes up with it. That's number 67 diving on it, Jordan Morgan.
You got to move here. 2:46, and that clock is ticking. And now you're in a 2nd and long.
Loss of 9 on the play, so it's 2nd and 19 at the 39-yard line. And
Kutztown with 3 timeouts left. Trips to the far side. Barton being pressured. He throws it. It's incomplete on the near sideline.
Slippery Rock is really just getting so much pressure on that ball. Every time Barton's back to throw, there's 2-3 green jerseys in his face.
Josh, you got to think about getting this ball into field goal range, getting a field goal, and then doing an onside kick. And I don't know what field goal range is, to be honest, but I know that Deutsch has kicked it from around 40. Rolling to the far side, Barton throwing deep down the far sideline, incomplete, down inside the 10-yard line. So now you're going to have a 4th and long. You are out of field goal range. You
Definitely.
have to. You have to.
You got to go for the 1st down here. I would have liked to have seen a play there where you cut some of the distance on this 4th and 19. But now you've got to come up with that play that gets you the 1st down.
2:19 remaining. It's 4th down and 19 at the Slippery Rock 39.
You got to look for Reed on this one. You got to look for your guy.
Trips to the far side. Barton throwing down the near sideline, incomplete, intended for Williams. Would have been short of the 1st down. He threw it behind him. And Slippery Rock will take over on downs with 2:13 to go.
Well, the Golden Bears still definitely have 3 timeouts, but Slippery Rock will really only need to get 1 1st down to put this game in the win column for themselves. Just a little bit over 2 minutes to play.
2:13 to be exact. Slippery Rock with a 1st and 10.
Golden Bears need to come up with some sort of turnover or some sort of big play here if they want to try and figure this one out.
Handoff up the middle and a nice run by Teddy Blackman, who takes it up over the 40 to about the 42-yard line, gain of 3. Kutztown takes a timeout. The Golden Bears return to action next Saturday, 1:05 kickoff at University Field, as Indiana, PA comes to town for what will actually be a PSAC game. All the games from here on will count in the standings. That game will be televised regionally. Don't worry about watching it on TV, though. Come out to University Field. Hopefully it'll be a nice day, late summer day out at University Field. 1:05 kickoff. It's Community Day. The game will be televised on the internet at KUBears.com via the Kutztown University Electronic Media Department, also carried regionally on Service Electric Cable, KUTV, as well as PBS 39 WLVT. We return to the air next week on the road, or 2 weeks on the road up at Gannon. There's a run into the pile that's going to go for about 3, maybe 4 yards, and Kutztown will take another timeout. It'll be 3rd and 2 in the ball game. Whatever chances Kutztown has at this point with 2:01 to go pretty much come down to this play. Airtime in 2 weeks will be 11:50 right here on KUR.
It's almost harvest time at the Pennsylvania German Cultural Heritage Center at KU, the hub of Pennsylvania German culture in the U.S. Don't miss Heimatfest, the fall harvest celebration on September 27th from 10 till 4. Enjoy folklife demonstrations, children's activities, crafts, and merchant booths, not to mention great Pennsylvania Dutch food, music, and more. Join us for a free day of family fun. For more information, call 610-683-1589 or visit kutztown.edu/PGCHC.
2:01 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Golden Bears trailing Slippery Rock 30-20, 3rd and 2 at the 47. Here is a handoff and a big hole up the middle for Green, who goes through all 11 defenders, real estate, foot race, touchdown. Another run of over 50 yards for Green, 53 yards, and I guess Kutztown gambled and lost there on the run blitz, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, once he got past the initial blockers on the line, it was pretty much the game would have been over anyway. It would have been a first down, Kutztown out of timeout, but Slippery Rock getting the touchdown and pouring it on here with a late score. And with the extra point, looking to make it 37 unanswered points.
Yeah. Kick is up, and it's good. And you're right, 37 unanswered points. Kutztown led in this game, fans, 20-0. And Slippery Rock woke up at some point late in the first half, and they've scored 37 unanswered points. It's 37-20 in favor of the Rock. 1:51 to go. The Golden Bears, I think, certainly the mistakes come in the first game. You're playing under a new system, a new coach. But I think the bigger issue, Josh, is going to be the injuries. You lost one of your stars on defense, one of your stars on offense. We don't know how long Michael Gallagher will be out, or Brett Fox, but that could definitely impact the Golden Bears' ability to win some games down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have injuries to your returning players, your guys that you're counting on, it's just going to hurt you. So, hopefully those guys can bounce back and not be out for any long strength of time, and Kutztown can continue to count on their services here as the season goes on.
Here is an end-over-end kick that will be taken at about the 13-yard line and bringing it up over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. The Golden Bears returner, that would look to be James Waugh on the return. And Kutztown will go to work, 1:45 left. And at this point, Josh, I guess, you got to use this minute 45. You want to stay healthy first and foremost, but, see
You just want to try and do something positive here.
Yeah.
Not a lot positive has happened since the second quarter, early in the second quarter, really. So end the game on a solid note here. Try to put something together and just get a touchdown and see what happens.
First and 10 from the 29. Barton being pressured, rolls, throws it out complete to Kelly. Back at the 25, Kelly up across the 30, and he's chased out of bounds at the 34. The clock will stop at 1:36. Yeah, I mean, every chance here is a chance for practice, and the Golden Bears, simply this is their first game, so
right.
They might as well get as many reps as they can.
Yeah, and the thing is, they've shown that this is their first game. There have been some mental mistakes, some sloppy plays, some penalties that you'd like to see get away, and take this opportunity to try and make something happen.
There's a completion to Williams on the near side for a first down up at the 43-yard line. 1:28, the clock is stopped. They're going to place it at the 44 of KU. First and 10, Golden Bears. Trips to the far side. Barton back. Ooh, dropped. Dropped at the 47-yard line by Cody Reed. And Cody is probably going to be down on himself a little bit.
He's had a couple of plays there, and that's one of them that he'd like to have back, and especially that one where he probably would have had definitely would have had a big gain and maybe even a touchdown that give the Golden Bears a lead, and that's got to be going through his mind as one that's got away.
Second and 10. Oh, there's a flag as it was intended for Williams, incomplete at midfield, and it looks like the Slippery Rock defender
Mealy,
yeah,
is the one there, and got to Williams a little too early. And it'll be a first down after the pass interference penalty. Ball spotted in midfield.
.114 to go, 37-20 in favor of Slippery Rock. First and 10, Golden Bears in midfield, trips to the far side. Barton dropping back, being pressured, rolls to the near side, completes it underneath to Waugh, and Waugh takes it down over the 45 to the 44, clock running, as it'll be second down and 4. Inside a minute now. Trips to the far side. Barton dropping back. Barton fires, completes it underneath. That looks to be a first down to Nathan Hollander. Clock's running, but it shouldn't be. 41 seconds as they move the chains. Dropping back. Barton flares it out to Waugh on the far side. Waugh breaks a tackle, gets back up close to the original line of scrimmage. Now inside 30 seconds. The Golden Bears maybe with a chance for one or two more plays here. 18 seconds. Second and 11 from the 39. Barton dropping back, throwing deep down the far sideline. It's incomplete. His intended receiver was Kelly, and he overthrew him in the end zone. He was covered pretty well. 10.4 seconds, third down and 11 for the Golden Bears from the 39. Trying to get a little something to be proud of here at the end of this ball game. Back to pass goes Barton. Barton steps up into the pocket, fires, completes it on the far side to Kelly for a first down, and he's chased out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So 4 seconds to go, and you would think here the Golden Bears will, again, great practice here, Josh. You got one play from 27 yards out. You never know when you could be in this situation as the year goes on to try to win a game. And
right, yeah. You never get. Put some points on the board. Give yourself something to feel good about.
Barton steps up into the pocket, throws for the end zone. Jump ball caught. Is he in? Yes. Touchdown, Golden Bears. That's Kelly. No time remaining on the clock. It's cosmetic at this point, fans. But again, any kind of confidence builder the Golden Bears offense could get after being shut out for so long here in this ball game. They had 20 points with 13:39 or so to go in the first half, and then have not scored since then. I don't think,
and that'll be it. They don't do an extra point if it can't affect the outcome of the game. So that'll be the end of the game. It'll end up being 37-26, the final.
So a 27-yard touchdown pass from Barton to Kelly ends it here. Kutztown loses by 11. Your final score, Slippery Rock 37, Kutztown 26. We'll be back to wrap it up. You're listening to Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR.
It's fall, and it's a great time to start your college search. Choose Kutztown University and choose to have it all. KU is a vibrant, modern university located right here in Berks County, offering more than 100 areas of study, 200 student organizations, and 21 NCAA Division II sports. KU has something to suit every activity and interest. Don't miss our fall open houses or schedule a tour with your family. To register, go to visit.kutztown.edu today. That's visit.kutztown.edu. Looking for that next step in your career? Choose a KU master's degree. Register online for our fall graduate information sessions for an in-depth look at specific master's programs, speak with professors, and learn about financial aid for continuing education. For more information on Kutztown University's graduate programs, visit kutztownmasters.com. That's kutztownmasters.com.
Mahalik-Thompson Stadium, where the 2014 season opener for the Kutztown University Golden Bears is in the books. The Golden Bears falling to Slippery Rock by a score of 37-26. Kutztown led in this ball game by a score of 20-0. I think shocked everyone, especially the defending PSAC West champions, but it was all Slippery Rock after that. The Rock stormed back. They scored 37 unanswered points. At one point, the Golden Bears had a chance to scrap their way back into the game, but and make it a one-score game, but that was not to be, as Slippery Rock would then throw some points on a 3rd and 2. That blew it open, and Kutztown scored on the last play of the game to make it 37-26. A lot to think about in this one, Josh, and hopefully we get a chance to report the final stats here and take a look at some of those numbers. But, maybe not what we expected today. First of all, the debut of head coach Jim Clements, I think some things definitely good to take away from this one. On the other hand, they know they'll have to go back to the drawing board and think ultimately if you said, well, you're going to come away with a 37-26, you never want to lose, obviously. I mean, that's a respectable outing by Kutztown, but maybe a bit of disappointment in some ways.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely. Here's the thing to take away from it is, it ended up being 37-26, and it wasn't, I mean, it's a little bit closer than it really was because Kutztown scores that touchdown at the end when the game was out of reach. But, the situation is Kutztown had the ball down 3 with a chance to take the lead in the fourth quarter. If midway through the fourth quarter even, there's about 8 minutes left, 8.5 minutes left. So, your team is in this football game. So, take that as what you take away from it. And obviously, the game did not go well for the Golden Bears there in the fourth quarter or since they had taken that big lead. But, build on the things that were successful in the first quarter. The defense getting a lot of nice stops to give the offense the ball in good field position. The offense putting some touchdowns on the board early, getting a special teams touchdown. And then, even that the drive toward the end, where they ended up missing the field goal, you saw a really nice, solid drive there with solid passes, nice catches, and just didn't come up with points. So, I mean, there's things to be happy about if you're the Golden Bears, and obviously you're never happy or satisfied with a loss. But, there are certainly things that you can work on. And this is the defending PSAC West champions that you played here, and you took them to the wire. At least not necessarily to the wire, but you took them to the fourth quarter at least, and you had a chance to take the lead in that. So those are the things you can take away from here. And if you're Coach Clemens, you go back to the drawing board, and you're going to have another tough PSAC West opponent next week with IUP. But it's a home opener, the first time that you'll take the field as the head coach at Kutztown and at home. So, certainly you've got nothing to hang your head about here. And hopefully, because it was a close game toward the end, it makes your team a little bit hungrier in trying to get out there and fix the problems that they had here today. That, a lot of these problems are fixable.
Yeah, certainly. It's not uncommon for a team to be plagued by penalties in an opener, and I think we saw that on both sides. So, the Golden Bears will certainly look at that. The thing that may be hard to recover from will be the injuries, and depending on the status of Brett Fox on offense and Michael Gallagher on defense, to come away with two of your starters and two of your playmakers,
right?
Maybe missing substantial. We don't know.
Right.
I mean,
yeah,
we don't
like
want to speculate.
Gallagher, when I was down there on taking pictures, he was running around, and I thought that he was out there for a couple of plays there in the second half, but he was certainly not out there for very long. So hopefully that means that whatever the injury is something that he can return from quickly. Fox we never saw again, so he wasn't back out there. So those are two big playmakers for the Golden Bears, one on each side of the ball. So it'll be up to other players to step up if they can't take the field for Kutztown next time.
The big question mark coming into this game was certainly a lot of those question marks were on offense, Josh, and the big question mark was Chad Barton. And he finishes today 33 of 64.
That's a lot of pass attempts
for 358 yards. I'll take a look. I'm going to let you run down the stats, Josh.
Yeah. So the final passing stats: Barton 33 of 64, 358 yards, 3 touchdowns, an interception. It was a costly interception there in the fourth quarter. Darryl Scott, the leading rusher, 8 carries for 31 yards. James Waugh, 13 carries for 12 yards. Nathan Hollander, his debut, 10 catches for 48 yards. James Waugh, 6 for 44. Anthony Kelly, 5 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. And 2 touchdowns. Cody Reed with 1 touchdown. Chad Barton, 64 pass attempts. That's a single-game record for the Golden Bears. He breaks Kevin Morton's record of 63 pass attempts against Shippensburg in 2012. So a lot of attempts there, and he'll put his name in the record book here in his first start. Deutsch, 11 punts, average of 8.5 yards. On Slippery Rock's side of the ball, Shamar Green, 195 yards rushing on 19 carries. He had 2 touchdowns. Newsock was 25 of 48 for 289 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Keyshawn Tucker, leading receiver, 5 catches for 69 yards. Drew Scales, 4 for 86. Huskus, 37 yards average on 8 punts. First down, Slippery Rock 24, Kutztown 22. Slippery Rock, all 24 of Slippery Rock's first downs were in the second quarter and on. They didn't have any first downs in that first quarter. Total rushes, 34 for 204 for Slippery Rock. Passes, 289 yards for a total of 493 yards of offense on 82 plays. Kutztown had 10 yards net rushing on 27 carries, 358 yards passing for 368 total. Time of possession, the Golden Bears had the ball 35 minutes and 26 seconds, which is a big advantage, versus 24 of 38 for Slippery Rock. Looking for the penalty yards, 11 for 124 for Kutztown and 12 for 100 for Slippery Rock. So lots of penalty yards on both sides of the ball. Kutztown with 24 yards more on that one. Third down conversions, 5 of 22 for Kutztown, 0 of 1 for fourth down. Slippery Rock only 3 of 18 on third down, 0 of 2 on fourth down conversions. The Rock was 4 of 5 on red zone scoring possessions. Kutztown 0 for 2. And that's really where the difference of it was. Kutztown coming up empty when they got into the red zone, leaving some points on the board with missed field goals and a missed extra point, and that's what happens. That's among the reasons why they were on the losing end of the scoreboard on this one.
Yeah, and interesting, Josh. Slippery Rock finished with 493 total yards, which is a lot, but more than 110 of that was on 2 plays from running back Shamar Green. So
yeah, they got a lot of those 204 yards late in the fourth quarter. Shamar Green with a 58-yard touchdown run, and then a 53-yard touchdown run at the end of the game that put the game well out of reach. So 111 yards on just those 2 carries alone late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and the other thing offensively, 31 incompletions and a total of 27 rushing yards. Now, granted, Scott had 31 and Wah had 12, but they got to up that. Kutztown has to up that number on the ground and then do something about the economy of their incomplete passes as well.
Yeah, I mean, Wah averaged 0.9 yards per carry. Just wasn't able to get anything going on the running game, and then Scott, once he averaged 3.9 yards, which is okay. It's not great, but it's a little bit better than Wah. So, the Golden Bears will have to get that worked out and try to get something going on the running game, because, like you said, Clements is the new coach, wants to try and run more, and that wasn't what happened tonight.
Absolutely. Quick scoring recap. The Golden Bears jumped out to a 20-0 lead. Jarvis Cummings recovered a botched punt snap. Actually, it wasn't a botched snap. The punter just basically dropped the ball in the end zone, and Cummings fell on it to give Kutztown a 6-0 lead. The Golden Bears missed the extra point. Cody Reed then scored with 3:46 to go on a 24-yard pass from Chad Barton. Anthony Kelly on a jump ball, a 37-yard pass from Chad Barton made it 20-0 with 13:38 to go. And that would be all of the scoring for the Golden Bears. And then it was 37 straight points for Slippery Rock. 12:05 to go in the first half. Mike Winoskis with a 27-yard field goal. 3:22 to go. With the score 20-3, Leroy McLean scores on a 19-yard pass from Zach Newsock. That made it 20-10. And then as the time ran down in the first half, Slippery Rock made it a one-score game, 20-13 on a 23-yard field goal by Winoskis. Third quarter, the only score was a 26-yard run by Teddy Blakeman of Slippery Rock with 11:57 to go. A 7-play, 85-yard drive tied the game up at 20. Then in the fourth quarter, it really could have gone either way, fans, but Slippery Rock jumped out to a 23-20 lead on a 22-yard field goal by Winoskis with 11:37 to go. And then that big run by Shamar Green, 58-yarder, with 7:35 to go, opened it up to 30-20. The Golden Bears had a chance, missed a field goal, really a chip shot, and then trying to get the ball back with time running down, 1:51 to go. It was Green busting out for a 53-yard run to make it 37-20. And then on the final play of the game, the Golden Bears would score on a 26-yard pass from Chad Barton to Anthony Kelly, a 9-play, 71-yard drive. And, receiving-wise for the Golden Bears, Anthony Kelly, 5 catches, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nathan Hollander, 10 catches, 48 yards. Cody Reed also with a decent game, although, I'm sure he would like to have a couple back. He finished with 4 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown. So next week, the Golden Bears are home for their home opener against IUP, and we will be back on the air here on KUR 2 weeks, 11:50, as Kutztown takes on PSAC Westfo Gannon. And Josh, the bottom line is a long bus ride home tonight for the Golden Bears, but they've got to really expand on the positives and try to fix the negatives.
Yeah, that's the thing. After your first game, you did some things that showed that this is a team that's going to be competitive in this league. You took the defending PSAC West champion into the fourth quarter, so you've got the players, so that you can try to make something happen. So go back, get healthy, look at the game film, see what you can fix, and then see what you can do against the Crimson Hawks next week at University Field.
All right, Josh. So hopefully we'll have you back again on the here on the Kutztown University football here on.
It's great to be back on the network.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to have you back. And again, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from Gannon. For Pat Dietrich back in the studio, Josh Leiboff, I'm Matt Santos. Your final score once again from Slippery Rock. It was Slippery Rock 37, Kutztown 26. This has been Golden Bears football on Kutztown University Radio, KUR. Good night, everyone.
Thank you for listening to this presentation of Kutztown University Golden Bear football on the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR. Today's game was brought to you by Kutztown University Radio and the corporate partners of Kutztown University Athletics. For more information, visit the KUR website at kutztown.edu/KUR and the KU Athletics website at kubears.com. Kutztown University football on KUR has been a presentation of the Golden Bear Network. And thank you for listening.